Welcome back to the frozen pond atop Liberty Mountain. Today, the Liberty Flames look for retribution against the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Rhett McGibbon, joined by Caleb Fitzpatrick, and yesterday, Alabama came in here, Caleb, and stole one away from Liberty. It was the home opener, the season opener, and it left everybody really in shock.
Yeah, it was absolute theft. The story for the Crimson Tide, Jesse Gordichuk, 39 saves on 40 shots. Liberty had some quality offensive opportunities, but Gordichuk stood tall.
Yeah, the first period, you probably thought the Flames were going to walk away with this one. They were buzzing around the net. They scored the opening goal, but then something happened in the first intermission when Kyle Richards went in with his group, and he woke them up. Second and third period, a much different story for them.
Yeah, Kyle Richards told me before the game that he went into the locker room and emphasized the compete level. He said every aspect of our game has to get better. The players responded from then on out. Alabama was doing the little things. They were in the passing lanes. They were blocking shots. Liberty couldn't get anything going offensively. And in the end, a 3-1 victory for the Crimson Tide.
You have to be surprised as well. Their star player, technically, Taylor Joseph, really didn't do much last night, and I'm sure they're expecting more out of him this afternoon.
Yeah, Kyle Richards described it before the game as absolute silence. He said he talked to Taylor. Taylor and him were on the same page as to the performance last night for their superstar. It was unacceptable. Kyle said he expects a much better performance from Taylor tonight.
It's time to take a look here at our Foster Fuels, who's hot players to watch. And John Lavorne is kind of a swing man for this group. He plays a little D, plays a little forward, scored a shorthanded goal last night. He was really special to watch.
Yeah, 5'10", 160 pounds, kind of a smaller guy, but he's got this Dan Boyle-esque knack to move the puck. He's got great vision. He gets the puck up the ice for this Alabama team to be able to set up in the offensive zone. He's crucial for their team.
I think as well his speed is a big factor, because I wouldn't say Alabama overall is a quality skating team like Liberty, but he's got wheels, so when the defenders are getting used to, you know, a certain pace in the game, he can throw it to another level, and he burns some defenders wide.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. They like to set up in the offensive zone. Most of their opportunities come from being able to cycle the puck in the corners and get the puck to the point. John Lavorne can be that guy who can get the puck from the defensive zone to the offensive zone by himself so that their scorers can focus on setting up in the offensive zone.
Well, the Flames are going to take a look at Quinn Ryan, number 19. We call him the Magic Man, but last night, Alabama did a pretty good job of keeping him quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how quiet can you really keep Quinn Ryan? Last night he was off the score sheet, but we still saw him make some really fancy plays. He's got unreal hands. Last year, 18 goals, 27 assists for 45 points. He's a point-per-game player, first-line player for the Flames. Their offense counts on him tremendously. He's got to be better tonight.
Yeah, you have to think it's a matter of time before he, Brock Thompson, and also Garvin kind of get things clicking. You know, we look at last night's game and you sleep on it and you start to think about, you know, Liberty played not too bad. They played very well, got a lot of shots on net, but did they really play their style of game, their game plan?
Kirk Haney told me before the game that the main problem was not that they did any one specific thing wrong, they just didn't execute. He's like, we played okay, but we didn't play our game. Liberty's game really revolves around the cycle, around creating opportunities and getting the D-men out of position in the offensive zone. They didn't do that. They didn't break the puck out. They just tried to carry it themselves. Liberty is a tough team that likes to play a blue-collar style of hockey. They didn't do that last night. They tried to be speed and finesse and passing the puck all over the place. What they need to do tonight, get the puck in the net, go to the front of the net, generate opportunities the dirty way. They'll make it happen.
Well, make sure you stay with us when we return Flames and Crimson Tide live at the Lehigh Center.
The Hardee's Sausage and Egg Biscuit. Stop on over and get 2 of them for $2.50. 2 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuits for just $2.50. Amazing times we live in, folks. Amazing times. Now at Hardee's. The Hardee's Sausage and Egg Biscuit. Stop on over and get 2 of them for $2.50. 2 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuits for just $2.50. Amazing times we live in, folks. Amazing times. Now at Hardee's.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
Do it 'cause Glad you are with us for some afternoon hockey. The Liberty Flames hoping to get their first win of this young season. The Alabama Crimson Tide standing in their way.
Is the light, like, I don't think there's...
Flames yesterday playing a game which Kirk Candy spoke about, not really their style of play. I think the freshmen, the young guys, they know they've got a lot of skill on this group, and they got into the mindset, we're going to just outscore Alabama instead of perhaps outworking them and just wearing them down. I always say hockey's like a boxing match. You kind of give body shots and head shots, and the knockout blow will come eventually. But if you're not going through the process correctly, it won't end well.
Yeah, and it'll be great to see how the new captain responds with his group. New young captain. See how he does.
Puck on the near boards. That one's going to be shot in on the goaltender. Once again, Jesse Gordichuk in between the pipes today for Alabama.
Jesse Gordichuk was dang good last night, 39 saves on 40 shots. Kyle Richards was telling me before the game that that's the performance that he expects from Jesse and that Jesse expects from himself. You know, he said he wasn't surprised at all to see him step up to the challenge like that. He said he's the man going forward, and no question in their mind, they know that he's going to steal some games for him.
Gammer looking for the puck along the boards. Barima able to get it low, cycling it around. Far point. Reynolds, fans on it. It's dropped off. Conrad's in across the line. Puck got stuck in his feet. A nice little poke check there by Sharts. Here comes the Bow Show. Goes across the blue line, takes a pretty good hack on top of his stick. And yes, a penalty will come from that. Slashing will be the call, and the Flames early on in this one will head to the power play.
The Flames power play last night was completely ineffective. Kirk Handy told me before the game that it wasn't necessarily because they played poorly, but just because they didn't run the system that they're supposed to run. They've reiterated it to the players that today they're going to run the system the right way. They're going to do the little things, and they expect to see some more success from the unit.
Take a look there. Sorry for getting beat wide. Just brings the old axe down on top of the stick of Boshinski. Garvin will send it in deep. Ryan going after it near boards. You can honestly say here the Flames power play unit, boy, they gave up a shorty last night. A quick shot, and that one had some zip on it. Wow. Garrett Nelson cross-ice feed from his knees. Perfectly placed one-time pass for Sharts, and he got everything on that puck.
What an effort to hack that puck across the zone. If he doesn't get that pass off, that's a breakaway going the other way for Alabama.
And they're aggressive on the PK. Very aggressive. They scored one last night. They like to pressure the points, looking to create a turnover.
But if you're trying to get the Liberty power play going, this is the five you want out there. Garvin, Nelson, Thompson, Ryan, and Sharts. That is some skilled shooters and some very hard power shooters out there for the man up for the Flames.
Puck goes far boards. Center man Jake Patterson between the glass tonight. Garvin controlling it low now to Ryan. He's looking towards the net. We got bodies in front. Garvin posted up. Another shot and a glove save once again by Gordichuk, and he starts off where he left off yesterday.
And I had about the same angle Sharts had on that shot. He had a clean lane, but Gordichuk's glove was just right there, right at the last second. That guy's got a quick glove on him.
Flames controlling the puck in the offensive zone once again. Minute 5 remaining on the man advantage. Sent around near side. Ryan picking up that puck. Thompson out top now. Nelson, his snapper misses. Side of the goal, another shot. That one off a stick, and it will come into the near circle. Ryan looking to calm it down. Quickly on him, Demur. Garvin with it now. Out top of the umbrella. Nelson across. Sharts a blast. That missed on the short side. And it'll eventually come out into the neutral zone, and the Flames will change up.
Seeing a couple of high shots from the point there on the power play, which is sometimes unconventional, but maybe that's a scouting report they saw on how to beat Gordichuk.
Gammer dropping it back. Barima. Nice breakout by the Flames. We didn't see that all of last night. That little set play, that breakout on every power play they had was never accomplished, and nice to see them starting things off right here on the PP breakout early on. Boshinski in across the line. He's got some speed. Throws on the brakes. The point man is left. He has to just hold on to it. Throwing out some sauce as well. Cruikshank a shot. Rebound jamming away at the side of the goal is Barima, but getting the pad down was Gordachuk.
2 pad saves from Jesse Gordachuk early. The first one on the point shot from Cruikshank, and the rebound. Moving quick, looking just as strong as yesterday early on.
We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Cox off a boot. Puck goes in the corner. Rooney looking for it. Gives a little lumber to the leg of Cox as he skated by. Wallette fans on it. Hamilton looking in front. The centering pass, another shot. Side of the goal! Gordachuk somehow keeping it out. Top of the point. Zane Schertz, the wrister. That goes off traffic and wide. Side of the goal once again. Flames coming on strong in the first minutes of this period. Backdoor play. Unable to handle that pass was Cox. Out to the point again. Reynolds, his drive right into the mitt of Jesse Gordachuk.
Man, that guy's composed. He's not even in his crease, and he stays laid down and just lets the puck hit him and directs it in behind the net.
Flames dominated the first period yesterday. They came out and had a strong start. Kirk Handy said the first half of the first period was really the only part of the game that he really liked the execution he saw from his players. Again, off to a great start, though. So far, we'll see if the Flames can keep it consistent here tonight.
Hayes will send it in. Blomberg on the ice. Carlson out there as well. Flames dressed an extra forward for this afternoon's game. It's going to be Owen Harris. Owen Harris, a guy that, you know, you're kind of surprised maybe as a fan that he's scratched. He had 15 goals last season.
Yeah, Owen Harris is... We're seeing another penalty call here.
Tripping will be the call, and why we have a little time, we get in touch with Monica McKenzie for the first time this afternoon.
Yeah, guys, giving you an update on the player we told you about last season, Sam Messina. You may remember he suffered from a brain aneurysm. He's doing well. He's recovering. He actually participated in the team's tryouts last week. He's chosen to step away from hockey just for the time being while he continues to recover. He may join the team second semester. Now, the Messina you see out there is actually his younger brother, Nick. He's chosen to follow in his brother's footsteps and play for Alabama. So all of us here are wishing Sam a complete 100% recovery.
Puck comes out in front. Nelson was thinking about walking into it. He wasn't able to. Goaltender's lost his stick. Flames opportunity here. Dropped off to Ryan. Backdoor play. Side of the goal, they shoot. Went off a stick. Still free, however. Thompson digging for it. 2 maroon sweaters against 2 white. Gordachuk now has his defender stick. Ryan. The movement on the power play has been much better than yesterday. Pass to the high slot. Thompson couldn't get anything on it. Garvin posted up in front again, trying to take away the goaltender's eyes. Shot stopped, rebound wasn't there. Gordachuk holding on.
Something Kyle Richards mentioned before the game was while they expect Gordachuk to steal some games for him, they know they've got to make it easier on him. He can't be facing 40 shots every single night. 40 shots is actually a career high for Jesse Gordachuk. So far early on, we've seen the Alabama Crimson Tide step into the shooting lanes, blocking shots, making sure they're knocking down passes, and not letting the Flames get everything set up.
And how about what Monica was saying? It's always good to hear guys come back from situations like that. That's always a good story to hear.
Yeah, it's been a long recovery for Sam Messina, but it's good to hear that he hopefully will be back playing hockey for the Crimson Tide.
Fricks can't calm it down. Godfrey looking to get it out. Minute remaining on the power play. Cruikshank now to Fricks. Boshinski, the man on the near side. Cruikshank shot missed high. Boshinski unable to keep it in. Flames come across offside the call. Take a look here. The back of the helmet of Jesse Gordachuk has a statement on it. And We're talking to the coaching staff. You can see there in bold letters say, be here, the challenge,
If you
the
don't want the
spotlight.
challenge, if you don't want the spotlight, you shouldn't be here.
He's a young man that wants to take the #1 job and run away with it for Alabama hockey.
Kyle Richards was telling me that that's just his motto in life. That's the way he lives. He is always ready to be the man. If there's any extra pressure, he wants it. He lives by the creed of if winning were easy, losers would do it. That's his mindset. And he's ready to be the man for the Crimson Tide here and just all across the board in life. He sounds like a really good kid.
Sharts bringing it up ice. Finds Quinn Ryan in stride. He gets by one. Ryan, short side high off the side of the net. That fooled some fans. You could hear them. Oh, cross ice. Sharts caught the heel of it. Now it comes back to Sharts. He takes it off his skates. Going to come out into the neutral zone, and that will do it for the Flames' second power play. Nelson tries to walk through a couple men. The headman pass didn't find Bowman. Burak, first touch of the puck for him today, sending it north. Thompson got around one. Looking behind him, Ryan was trailing. He couldn't manage the puck, however, and it'll come to Messina, the younger brother we were just speaking of. Joseph dishes it off. A shot, and Burak able to get the glove on it. Take a look here at our keys to the game tonight, brought to us by The View.
Yeah, for the Alabama Crimson Tide, the first thing they got to do is limit turnovers. I mentioned earlier that Kyle Richards said they have to make it easier on Jesse Gordichuk. They can't be giving the puck away left and right. Jesse said last night after the game that when we give the puck away, they were just throwing it down our throats, they being the Liberty Flames, so they've got to do better at that today. They've also got to shoot the puck. Getting outshot 40-16 is never, a recipe for success. Last night they were able to steal a game, but generally when you're outshot to that degree, you're not going to come away with a victory. For the Liberty Flames, traffic in front. If you ever run into a hot goaltender and you need to rattle him, you got to make sure that you're putting big bodies in front of him, take away his eyes. When there's rebounds, hammer them home. Let it be in the back of his head that there's somebody coming hard for the rebound. Blue-collar mentality is the other thing the Liberty Flames got to make sure they focus on. Their game is big, strong, tough, fast, and physical.
2-on-1 forming. Joseph, pass across, broken up. It comes in on goal, but just wide.
Liberty Flames got to make sure they're finishing their checks tonight. Don't let the Alabama Crimson Tide get comfortable. And those are the View's keys to the game.
Flames setting up the flying V. Dropped off by Harris. Cruikshank. Harris Hayes on the ice along with Carlson. Blomberg's going to swap the center position with Harris throughout this afternoon's game. Big hit by Zach Hayes along the far boards. Knocks the puck loose, and they're going to call a penalty. Tripping.
It's tough to get into a flow and momentum of the game. I mean, at the beginning, you want to get all your lines going, get them to get on the ice a little bit, get a feel for the game, but all this these penalties are going to interrupt that. So we'll see how they bounce back from all that interruption.
The Flames 0 for 2 on the power play so far. Now the Crimson Tide get their first opportunity.
Hamilton out there, Reynolds, Cox, Fricks, the other defender. Teed pinning his man along the wall, comes loose, Joseph.
2 minutes,
Orchestrating this thing, really the quarterback of sorts. Wallette more the trigger man as a defender. His shot towards the goal, trickles wide. Had a couple bodies in front, didn't have much of a chance. Now Joseph, Wallette, the one-timer. Off the end boards, comes back out in front. Burak able to steer that one away. The Flames get to it now along the wall, and it's poked out by Hamilton. Rooney, smooth skater around Roberts. Puck bouncing. Alabama able to calm it down. And we talked about last night, the ice conditions were less than average when it comes to Lehigh Ice Center, I guess, standards, you could say. A quick shot missed on the short side. Somehow the chillers got knocked offline last night, and that was a big cause for the problem. Because once you kind of get behind, you need really a night to let them catch back up. And with the amount of bodies in here, and you're getting a pretty heavy flood every 30 to 40 minutes, a little bit of a struggle. Carlson able to get out on the backhand. Cox in a foot race. Gets by his man. Cox couldn't hold on to it though. Nice job by Lavorne to chip it away. Jaremski playing it deep. Now Baremski with it once again. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Cruikshank. He was thinking about going on the rush, but threw on the brakes quickly. Reverse off the end boards. Blomberg looking to play it ahead. Out to the point. Kirkwood, his shot off a knee. Another shot. Boy, what about Matty Cruikshank right there? Donating the body to the cause. Blomberg towards the goal. Rebound comes out. Unable to get the stick on that was Hayes. Blomberg takes away his man's time and space. Kirkwood will send it in. Burak stopping it, side of the goal. He likes to play the puck a little bit more than Halpany. And just like that, we're already under the 10-minute mark of the first period. A quick first period in Lynchburg. Dangerous cross-ice feed finds Barima. Top of the circle, his shot punched high into the air by the goaltender. Comes loose, Barima controlling it, far boards, trips up on his own 2 feet. Boshinski laying a nice hit. Offside the call. Now a little extra pushing and shoving coming in front of the Crimson Tide bench.
Yeah, that puck ended up getting tipped in a bit of a change up there, thrown at Gordichuk. Punched it in the air. I think he lost it for a little bit there.
Timeout. Media timeout. This media timeout has been
0-0 the score so far in this one. Both sides having some opportunities. The Flames with 2 power plays. Alabama with 1 thus far, but still goose eggs up on the board. Stay with us. We got lots more Liberty hockey still to come.
Be free to be you. The freedom to drive what you want to drive, wear what you want to wear, and bank where you want to bank. At Carter Bank and Trust, you'll find the freedom to bank the way you like. Personal service with a smile, face-to-face from people that know you. And with services like our no-fee debit card, lifetime free checking, and over 100 convenient locations, you're free to bank your way. Carter Bank and Trust, the freedom to be you.
We welcome you back to Lynchburg, Virginia. And guys, Flames had a quality first period yesterday, and today the same thing. They've absolutely dominated, I would say, in the shot category. But once again, Jesse Gordichuk up to the task. The one thing, however, I think you're seeing the Flames get the puck in deep more consistently and are willing to lay the body more.
Yeah, they're not making that extra pass they always were looking for last night. It seems to be a simpler game, a simpler approach for the Flames. Throw the puck on net, crash for the rebound. Hopefully you get a lucky bounce or 2. Make sure you capitalize on every opportunity Gordichuk gives you, because as we know, those don't come very often.
Just waiting here. They believe that the commercials were still going, but we are ready for hockey, and here we come. Taylor Joseph out to take the face-off. Lining up against the Flames' #1 center, Quinn Ryan. And Quinn, I'm surprised they didn't throw him out. Lackadaisically coming over. I'd be one of those linesmen, I hate to say. If you're going to make me wait, I'm sorry. They'd hate me, but.
What they say, 15 minutes early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable.
Garvin, his shot punched into traffic. Side of the goal, they tend another shot towards the net, but once again stopped by Gordichuk. Nelson through traffic. Oh, a toe save made.
Garvin got a stick on the puck.
His ability to flare out those hips, a big guy, and take away the bottom portion of the net has just been stellar this weekend. Hanna across the line, trying to drop it off to Joseph now while Lett look to make a move. He's unable to. Flames can have a 3-on-1 here. Garvin with it wide. Ryan going towards the goal. The pass in front and swallowing that one up again, Gordichuk. The puck bounced in the air and he trapped it with the mitt.
The presence of mind to grab that puck as it's bouncing around the crease. Incredible vision and reactionary save and recovery there from Jesse Gordichuk.
It looked like it tipped right off his stick to the face mask and back down and hand on it. Don't mind that play by the Flames, though.
I always judge a goaltender. A large part of my assessment is how good they are with directing pucks into corner and out of dangerous spots with their stick. And Gordichuk's one of those guys that is just amazing with controlling rebounds via his stick. And last night you saw it, pucks up into the netting all the time that were sent low. He is a well-trained goaltender that the Flames are going to have to crack somehow in this game.
What are we seeing, a hand pass here? Closing hand on the puck, I think he's signaling.
Cox will come in to take the draw, teed for Alabama. Puck in the circle, linesman kind of stuck in the way there, and Rooney out top. Seufer back down low, Jaremski, the other D partner. Hamilton awkwardly got that one to Cox. Two Flames coming in on it. Oh, that one was almost put right on the tape of Roberts. They're going to say that one came offside. It was awfully close.
I'll tell you, they're coming in the zone just like they were last night, but they're coming in 2s and 3s already here, which is nice to see. Got guys supported for the rebound.
Basil Reynolds getting a much larger workload than he did last year, and he put some hard work in over the summer.
He did. He's improved since last year, and the coaches are rewarding him with these first pair of minutes playing with Zane Schartz, who we've talked about being, one of the best defensemen in all of the ACHA. So big stage for Basil Reynolds. We'll see how he handles it.
Hamilton, a nifty move, in on goal. Oh, the backdoor play stopped by Gordichuk.
I'm not sure if Ryan Cox was able to get the shot off and Gordichuk made the save, or if the puck just bounced over his stick. Either way, Flames unable to capitalize on the 2-on-1 opportunity.
Great pass by Hamilton, able to stay on his feet, getting shoved while doing a 360 there.
Did the old NHL 96 spinorama around the defender as well. Comes in on goal, Burak down on his belly. The Flames able to clear it out to the point. Another shot, and that goes off a bum in front. Carlson. I know they call Johan Franzen the Mule, but I think Carlson's going to have to share that nickname. He is just such a big lad. Reynolds across the blue line, chipping it by a couple of crimson sweaters. Comes out to the point. Hayes will fire it right back in deep. Blomberg looking for it. Benedetto there as well. Carlson throwing it out in front. Blomberg dropping it off. Fricks towards the goal. Hits a couple of skates and stays there. Chipped out now by Alabama. This will come right in on net. Burak playing it. Ooh. Great patience shown there by Cole. Baremski around one. Fricks bats it back. Here's Cole Gammer, the Edmonton boy. Throws on the brakes, a shot. Missed wide and low. And going into the net, had so much speed was Taylor Bowman. That will bring a whistle and a face-off in Alabama's end.
Take a look at this most recent opportunity. Cole Gammer comes down the left side, slides on the brakes to cut back to the middle. Just can't put the puck on net. Just looking for the far side. As always, Jesse Gordichuk was in good position. Cole Gammer's a player I really like. He's big, he's strong. He's got a real sense of, where the net's at all times. He's kind of got a knack for creating and scoring opportunities. We talked about that line last night with Bojinski and Barima. I know they were -3, but I still think there's a lot of potential there. A lot of opportunity for them to be really good for the Flames this year.
I'd like to hear the reasoning from the linesman, and he just took a puck to the shoulder while that face-off came out into the neutral zone. Now, I didn't see Taylor Bowman get pushed in, that is, into the net, but that could have been. But Jeff Becker for the Flames was not too pleased the fact that they moved it outside into the neutral zone.
Jake, did you catch anything on that, on the details?
Well, there you have it, folks.
Face off, blown down. Alabama changing up, Wallette coming off the ice. Benedetto. Santa, or pardon me, Lavorne out there as well. Sharks tried a little cheeky play. That was taken away by Joseph. Hand pass, I believe, is the call. The face-off will come to center ice. It's an interesting year. You know, a couple years back, the Flames brought in a lot of new players and cut some returners. And this year, they just had such a quality group. They had a lot of internal competition at camp. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a sec as Ryan sends one high and wide of the goal. Sharts towards the net. That one popped out of the glove. Reynolds pinching in from the line, kept it active momentarily. Lavorne unable to get it out. Flames keeping it in at the blue line. Ryan sending it deep. Garvin and Thompson there. Garvin, sneaky little backhand play in front, didn't find a man. Flames still controlling it. Down low, they're looking for the give and go from behind the goal line. Yeah, sent out in front, and
net looked to be off its moorings there for...
Yeah, you know what? This is the thing. If it's one net all night, and it seemed to be the right side net, yeah, okay. But now it's the left side net today, and what we're talking about is last night's game. Gordichuk seemed to have some favorable net dislodges, however you want to put it. But, and there it happens again. Oh, I am. Like I said, I would do the same thing if I was in his position. If I knew I had a mooring that was just a little easy to kick off and danger was coming, the refs are going to let you get away with it. It's not against the rules until you get called, and they got a tripping penalty coming here against Mr. Lauber for the Flames.
Take a look at the call here. Yeah, I mean, Shane Lauber just kind of...
That's the one.
Looking to swipe at the puck. Yep. Stick gets caught up in the skates. The Crips type player, and Alabama will get their second power play opportunity. Quick opportunity off the face-off for the Crimson Tide. But Troutler wide of the net and off the inboards. Kolbarak scoops it up nice and easy.
It currently has the shots, according to Game Live, brought to you by Point Streak. It's 3-1 for the Flames. I think that has to be wrong. Kirkwood taking a body near boards in the neutral zone. Lavorne, he had a goal last night, sending it ahead. Kirkwood bringing it across the blue line, and Alabama now will look to set up the power play, but they're once again have to track it down and regroup in their own zone. Cross ice pass, Kirkwood bringing it in, dropping it off. Bowman has to be careful, he had a flame on him. Conrad's playing it deep. Back to Bowman, D to D. Bowman in the dangerous area, shot and a nice save there by Burak. His first real test of the night. Kirkwood, Lavorne, Kirkwood stepping into it. Puck goes off a body, Flames trying to bat it out. On his belly was Zach Hayes, and now they will get it out on the far point. Hamilton now on the ice along with him. Ryan Cox, Cruikshank, Reynolds, the defensive pairing. Rooney cutting his way through the neutral zone. Curls back, has Wallette out there. He scored last night. A shot off a stick and out of play. Actually, you know what? We said officially, they said he did score last night, but reading the Alabama recap, they did say that Mark Demers, I believe, got a stick on it.
Jeremy Hanna.
Jeremy Hanna, that is. Thank you. On it before it went in past Josh Halfpenny in the second period of last night's game. Teed And Joseph trying to work it in the corner, comes around to Crookshank, and he'll be able to clear. 9 seconds remaining on the power play for the Crimson Tide. Joseph makes a move to the middle, and another. Teed able to stay onside. Joseph a shot off a leg. Harris, the backhander, gets it to the captain, Hamilton. He's got a full head of steam. Tried to throw it to the middle, unable to. Now he's looking to drop it to Reynolds. Reynolds tied up in the corner. Carlson going after a man. Harris, his pass deep, intercepted. They make a move around Harris. It's a 3-on-1. The shot wide of the goal. I don't know if that went off a stick or not, but you have to think you got to get a shot on net when you have a 3-on-1.
Had Jack Rooney streaking to the net. Gotta wonder why he didn't give him the puck. Look alive.
That one came awfully close to us up in here in the booth. 0-0 the score, 1:56 remaining in this first period. And, you know, I wanted to ask you guys your impressions of Cole Burak in this game, but he really hasn't had enough work to justify a response.
Yeah, the puck has been in the Alabama end most of this first period. With the test that we've seen Burak face, he's looked awfully good. He moves fairly well, and he seems to react pretty quickly. I'm impressed with him early on. I'm not a huge fan of his pads, but
they're growing on me.
I don't think the tone of the red in the pads and the tone of the red in the jersey are exactly the same. The blue is definitely not the same color.
Well, hey, make sure you stay with us through the intermission. We'll have Monica McKenzie down by the Alabama bench talking to their head coach, Kyle Richards. And I don't know what Kyle said last night, but he stoked his group up in between the first and second period. Flames have it deep, backdoor play to score! Grant Garvin, big number 17 with his first of the season.
Brock Thompson collects the puck off the faceoff, walks it into the slot, just bounces it off the pads of Jesse Gordichuk. We'll see it right here. Grant Garvin able to finish it. Puck goes in the corner. Brock Thompson, the hustle play. Slides it across. Grant Garvin with the finish, his first of the year.
You know, and from my angle originally, I thought Thompson just slid that back door, but that actually went off the blocking arm of Gordichuk and perfectly right onto the tape of Garvin. So a little bit of puck luck for the Flames as they lead 1-0 with just under a minute and a half here in the first.
Goal couldn't come at a better time late in the period. Get some momentum headed to the intermission.
Drop back, Fricks a shot, that goes wide. Liberty now coming in waves. Big hit at the point. Alabama, Durkin across. Shot towards the goal by Godfrey, was steered clear by Burak. Fricks to Gammer. Gets around one. Gammer, the backhander, easily steered clear of the net. Sent off the back of the goal, now chipped out into the dot. Durkin will bring it to center ice and just send it in deep. Joseph the lone forechecker. Crookshank. Flames, nice job of breaking this puck out. They find Barima. Roberts on the ice as well. Barima, a nice move across. Roberts couldn't get a shot off. Just a little bit behind him. Puck down deep, 7 seconds remaining. Comes out in front once again, but the Flames were not there. Hanna, cross-ice feed, didn't find the soul, and that's going to do it for the first period. The Flames get a late one. Grant Garvin giving Liberty a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that period was dominated by the Flames for the most part. They had possession of the puck for most of the period. However, Alabama continued to do the little things right, make sure they cover their spots in the defensive zone, blocking shots, sticks in the passing lanes, disrupting the flow. They're still in it, even though they were outshot and outpossessed in that first period. Alabama Crimson Tide can't complain where they're at right now.
You have to think Kirk Handy has to be pretty happy defensively with his group as well. Cole Burak not seeing a lot of rubber here in the goal to the right of us. Make sure you stay with us. Monica McKenzie coming up in just a sec. Once again, the Flames leading 1-0 here on LFSN.
Some things become traditions. Thank you for making yours Foster Fuels.
Well, hey, welcome back to the LaHaye Ice Center. Kyle Richards will be with us in just a moment. He was chatting things over with the head official, but you can almost say in this game that it's currently Liberty 1 and Jesse Gordichuk 0. He's unable to score, and the rest of his boys, if you look at the shot counter, as they have it, Alabama only has one shot according to them. I don't know if that's exactly true, or I don't know how they're counting shots, but nonetheless, that's what the official Game Live Point Street site says. Kyle Richards now standing by with Monica McKenzie.
Thanks, guys. All right, the Flames really putting a lot of pressure on you guys to start the game. How do you even things up?
Well, we had a stretch there in the middle of the period where it was an even game. We have to be smarter offensively. We're one and done every time we enter the zone. We're taking too long. We just have to realize that they're out here to play too. So guys are chasing us, and we have to have a little bit more urgency.
Whatever you said in the first intermission last night worked, so what's the message right now?
It's the same message. I mean, again, you know, if we can get our power play going, that obviously would be nice. But again, we just have to stick with what we know we can do. We'll be all right, and you know, we'll get through this next period.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
See if he can work the magic once again. Like you said, I don't know if I'd honestly say in that game that first period rather, that they were outworked. I think it was more fact that Liberty seemed to have their game going. They found it, but somehow in the 12 hours overnight before this contest, that they knew what they had to do, and they came out and were prepared to do it in the first period. They played a really strong game.
That's what that alludes to, yeah, mental preparation. And again, it's a 2 p.m. game today. Alabama on the road. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get a good night's sleep. You're not in your home. You got to wake up, get ready for a game a little bit sooner than normal. I know when I was a student, 2 p.m. comes pretty quick sometimes on a Saturday, so you gotta wonder if that has to play an effect a little bit.
Well, half these guys probably aren't used to waking up until 2 o'clock on a Saturday. Hey, make sure you stay with us. We got lots more to come here in the intermission report. Once again, Flames leading 1-0. Grant Garvin with a goal, assisted by Brock Thompson.
Sodexo, global leader in quality of life services, is committed to creating exceptional experiences at Liberty University. Enjoy delicious concessions as we cheer on the Flames. Visit us at our many dining locations for both campus and community, and join us in our efforts towards sustainability and fighting hunger in Central Virginia. Sodexo is changing the face of college dining. For more information, visit libertydining.com.
I'm here in Lynchburg on a mission to find out if people know where they can be safe and buy smart at Kraft Hyundai. Hi, can I ask you a quick question? Sure. Do you know where Kraft Hyundai is on Lakeside Drive? Oh, that's across from Sheets. Do you know where Kraft Hyundai is? On Lakeside Drive? That's right, Lakeside Drive. Do you know where Kraft Hyundai is on Lakeside Drive? Is that the one across from the Sheets? It is. It's across from Sheets on Lakeside Drive. And cute dog, by the way. Be safe. Buy smart at Kraft Hyundai on Lakeside.
Welcome back. You can see the frozen water there, and this is the sport of ice hockey. But what we're going to talk about right now is actually field hockey. You guys ever watched the game?
Once.
Once?
One time. I haven't.
Here's the impressive thing about field hockey is the fact that they cannot touch the ball with the backhand of the stick. So they basically toe drag all the way down the field. They have mad dangles. They're just toe dragging guys. If they were playing, EA Sports, they would just be swooping all the time with the right stick. But They have a new coach this year. Jody Murphy began the program a few years back and had just a crazy rise to prominence within the NCAA, but she looked at other opportunities and a different career path, and now they have a new head coach, which is Nikki Parsley, and they have a game currently going on, which we'll update you on shortly, but they are in the Big East Division, or conference, I should say, in the NCAA, and had a fantastic year last year in their first year. They lost in the championship game of their conference, but this season, they lost some veteran leadership, but they've got a young squad. Aggie Maroney, one of those young ladies from South America, just has a tremendous amount of skill that this past week, they played 2 games against Longwood and Delaware, which was the #1 team in the nation. She had 3 goals and 2 assists over the course of those 2 games. So this is a team, if you want to watch some top-end talent in the sport of field hockey, you need to come to Liberty University and check these young ladies out. But let's get to know the new head coach, Nikki Parsley, with a Game On feature. We're gonna check that out in just a sec. Currently, they're playing Villanova, and Villanova leading 3-0. And oh, they found the feature, guys.
Great.
We're gonna go to that right now, featuring Nikki Parsley.
I wanted to be a coach for as long as I can remember. I grew up watching my dad kind of do his thing. He's coached me in every sport. I just remember back in middle school watching him do it. Used to want to be a teacher and a coach in high school. Then once I realized I could play at the college level and you could do that, I was like, okay, I don't want to be a teacher anymore. I just want to coach full time.
When you go to execute a skill in the game, you're not going to, I got to keep, the ball rolling in this direction. I got to keep this proper distance. I got to have it rolling towards cage and all these things. No, you're just going to go out there and play.
Oh, what don't I love about coaching? It's one of the only professions that I've really seen that you're able to mentor people. And then at Liberty, it's like this whole other dimension of being able to pour into people spiritually. And I think just watching my dad, I don't know how many guys he's dropped off at college and given them every last dollar in his wallet. Just the ability that you have as a coach to pour into someone as a person, it goes far beyond your sport, and that's my favorite thing about coaching. I felt like God spoke to me through a verse in Revelation where it just basically says, the Spirit in the Lord says, come, let anyone who hears this come, let anyone who is thirsty drink freely of the water of life. And that was placed on my heart the day before Jody called me and told me that she was going to even offer me the job. And I'd been praying for months, Lord, do you want me to go? Like, I know that this is crazy, but if you're calling me here, like, I will follow you. And that's a verse that he gave me. And before she offered me the job, I knew that I was going. I didn't care what the salary was. Didn't care what other people thought, but I was gonna make the move to Liberty. I honestly believe this was not my plan. I believe that God orchestrated this. Nothing that happens in anyone's life is by coincidence.
They look good. They look good. Looking good, feeling good, playing good.
I love this place so much. I love Northwestern. You can't get me to stop talking about Northwestern, but I think that my obsession with Liberty has surpassed that. I just think that there is no other place like this in the country. Our foundations were in Christ. It doesn't mean we're perfect people, but last time I checked, we're still trying to glorify him in everything that we do here. When you start combining that with athletics or in the classroom, it becomes a really special and unique thing, and it's something that you can't get anywhere else. I think at this point, I'd like to think I'm a player's coach. I'm invested in these girls as people. Even when I was at Yale, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my players. Off the field, I always tell them I'm there for them no matter what hour of the day, hour of the night, because to me, it's about preparing these young women for life after they leave Liberty. My passion is Jesus and field hockey. They're my two favorite things in the world. There's nothing I love more than either of them, and that's a huge reason that I, even came here to begin with. What it comes down to for me is I am investing in these girls as people. I want every single person that graduates as a Liberty field hockey player to walk away knowing the Lord better. That's my first goal always, is to lead them and to be an example as best as I can and let the Holy Spirit work through me. But then for also to be independent thinkers and decisive decision makers, because at the end of the day, I can't be with them in their first interview and I can't be with them at their first job. So they have to have a skill set, and hopefully by coaching them and pouring into them as people on the field, in the classroom, whatever it is, they can walk away, proud of who they are and ready to take on the next step. Yeah, I think that if I get to the end of my life, and regardless of what I've accomplished on the field of play or through my profession, all that's secondary. I think all of us, if we know Jesus and if we're in Christ, we're called to be disciples and we're called to make disciples. So if I can do that at the end of my lifetime and look back and say that I've left that mark on people, that I've showed someone Jesus to the least of them, to the players on the team, to people I come in contact with that have nothing to do with field hockey, or maybe they do have to do with field hockey, that's the ultimate impact I want to have in my life.
And it's game on, 4th and 18. Friends rushing the party in under an hour. Supermom's headed for the snack aisle. Ooh, this one's a scramble. It's all come down to this. Look at that air. She's got it. And there's that signature double pour. Crisp chips, crunchy pretzels. This crowd's gone crazy.
We did it, honey. Best party ever.
Yeah, we did it.
Let's go for the glory.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
It's our home.
It's our home. Rooted in excellence.
Built from hard work.
It's our backbone.
An undeniable will.
Driven to surpass our potential.
It's our heart.
Unbreakable bonds.
And our journey. Striving for more.
Determined to lead.
Day in and day out.
This is the Big South.
Where winners are made.
It's time now for the Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities Intermission. Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities. We want to do life with you.
1-0 still the score here in Lynchburg, Virginia. The Flames currently on top. Thanks to Game On for that feature on Nikki Parsley.
I'll tell you what, it was worth the wait.
It was. It's good to get to know this young lady that has a solid, you could almost say spectacular background in the sport of field hockey. Well, let's take a look here at the first period. Shots 15-6 for Liberty, and that seems about right when you think about it.
Yeah, it's just Liberty controlled the pace of play most of that first period. They generated most of the offensive scoring opportunities. I tell you, Jesse Gordichuk looks just as strong today as he did all last night. He hasn't looked out of position. Even the one goal that they gave up was kind of a defensive breakdown to where they let Grant Garvin slide in all alone. Generally, it's Gordichuk's job to take care of that first shot from Thompson, and the defender should be there to knock it down. We've got some missed opportunities for the Flames. Obviously dominating in shots, dominating in possession. They should be up by more than one goal. but they're not. And a lot of it has to do with Jesse Gorchuk, but also a lot of it has to do with them just not capitalizing on the opportunities that they get.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job in between the pipes. So, you know, an unseen position of Liberty hockey, which has really helped them out over the past 2 years, is their video coach. And last year it was Carl Harder, which has now moved on to Florida. And he's actually coaching a junior team, which is affiliated with the Florida Panthers. And, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with him. He actually had to go seek refuge out in Tennessee during the storm. But we're going to talk about Jonathan Chung, the new video coach, in just a sec when we return. Flames still on top 1-0 here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
And it's game on, 4th and 18. Friends rushing the party in under an hour. Supermom's headed for the snack aisle. Ooh, this one's a scramble. It's all come down to this. Look at that air. She's got it. And there's that signature double pour. Crisp chips, crunchy pretzels. This crowd's gone crazy.
We did it, honey. Best party ever.
Yeah, we did it.
Let's go for the glory.
Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Anyway, welcome back to live action. Puck goes off a stick and out of play. We were talking about Johnny Chung. He is in a room with no windows, watching the game right now. And he's the video coach for the Flames this year, and actually used to be a large part. Well, he should be in the room. I actually see him walking around. What's this guy doing?
He's coming to chew us out.
Yeah, he's probably not too
him.
pleased with us. But nonetheless, Chung used to play for the Flames back in the day. I think my most memorable Jonathan Chung moment is when the Flames were playing a SPHL team. It's Thompson with a shot stopped. Rebound comes out. McDaniel able to get to it. Ooh, a little dipsy-do if you don't mind. He gets the blue line now. Backhand pass intercepted. It comes in on Burak, and he'll steer it behind the net. But Chung, a semi-pro team came into Liberty University in Lynchburg playing the Flames. It was the Richmond Renegades at the time, and the place was packed. Probably one of the largest crowds in Liberty hockey history. The Flames battled back in that game and actually won, I believe, 6-5, and Chung had the game winner late in the third period.
I actually remember that too. He got a hold of a slap shot.
Yeah. Good game, exciting game. That was back when I was driving the Zamboni.
I think it was before I was born.
Yeah, it might be. McDaniel coming in on Burak, and Fricks gives his stick a little extra love.
Hot take, Jake Patterson loves Big Red Dragons.
I may like sports, but I'm still a nerd.
I think Cole is actually a big fan of the game Skyrim.
Makes sense.
It's all right. Fitzy likes dungeons, so you guys should get together.
I don't even know what that is.
Wyszynski able to get it out with some help. Gammer. Now to Marima. Nelson kicking it back down into the corner. Gammer laying the body. Flames, a solid start to the second period. This one comes over heads. They're looking to get to it with speed. Messina basically ran out of real estate along the boards, and the Flames able to pick him off.
That's the thing with Jacob Fricks. He's so tall and he's got such a long reach. He takes up a lot of space, and it makes it really hard for even fast players like Messina to get around him.
Nice job providing support by Barima. They get the breakout going, and Wyszynski will chip it in deep. Gammer in, looking to get the puck clear. Wyszynski looking to lay the body as well. Now it comes loose. This is McInnes. Stephen McInnes still holding on to it, top of the circle. curls back up the boards, and that's a big part of the offensive game plan for Alabama. But the Flames now a 3-on-2. Drop back, down low, in front. Oh, what a save!
Gordachuk, I think you saw that developing the whole time. He might have been ready for that one.
He reads the play so well that he's always in position. It's not even like he's making a lot of these saves where he's reacting to different things that are unpredictable. It's like he's always just in the right spot so that there's a much better chance of the puck just hitting him. His head's always up. I mean, we've talked about him all night last night and all day today, and I just couldn't be more impressed. I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty.
Pinching in from the line was Cruikshank. Roberts laying the body. Comes near corner, getting to it, Bowman. Boremski trying to play it north, unable to. This shot will go well wide of the crease. Cox laying a hit. He actually got ejected from last night's game as our man Jared Smith said he gave a guy a little bit of upper body work. And before we talk more on this, let's catch up once again with Monica McKenzie.
Thanks, guys. Introducing you now to rookie Sam Carlson, who's a super interesting guy. Last year, he was unable to play hockey because of an injury, but that didn't slow him down. He ended up traveling to Chad, Africa, to teach English for 5 months, and then he went to Alaska, his home state, to work on a fishing boat. So, and now I'll send it to you to cover that goal.
Zach Hayes with a goal. A goal mouse scramble, and they were able to squeak it by Jesse Gordachuk.
We talked about the blue-collar mentality for the Liberty Flames. That's Zach Hayes using his size and strength to just force his way to the middle, and he was determined to put that puck in the net. There was nothing that was going to stop him. He would go through anyone in his path. We'll see it right here. He gets the puck, and he just smacks at it, smacks at it, smacks at it. Eventually, third, fourth opportunity. Zach Hayes buries. That's the kind of game that Liberty's going to have to play to have success this season. Have that mindset of not being outworked, not being out-hustled.
I don't believe in curses, but I do believe in the fact that there's something about LFSN whenever we go to a sideline reporter or Pat Strawn wants to talk, somebody scores. Hayes, a shot off the post.
Zach Hayes, the MVP of the ESCHL playoff tournament last year. Suffered a knee injury in the offseason. Really didn't get to participate in tryouts or practice with the guys for as long as some of these other players have worked together, but seems to be okay. And back in the thick of things, he's got a goal and almost another one after that here in the second period.
Puck back out into neutral ice. Garvin unable to calm that one down. Schartz will now manage the puck in his own zone. Blomberg getting his first point as a D1 Flame on that play as well.
Victor Blomberg actually had an assist in one of the games that he played in last year. Played in 3 games of D1.
Look at you. Nicely done. I forgot he played D1 last year, and that was on a road trip.
On a road trip, that's right.
Well
you got to make those corrections off
well
there.
Done, Caleb Fitzpatrick. Yeah, you just
bury him.
Big save in front by Burak with some quick legs, and the Flames able to clear out into the neutral zone.
A mistake by Rhett McGibbon is so rare that you know, when you know something about hockey that Rhett doesn't know, you got to take advantage of that opportunity.
Cole Gammer, they basically cut him down a few inches from behind as he was just getting hacked relentlessly. Pass in front, Nelson with it now. Tried to slide it through, Boshinski throwing it out in front. On his tummy was Gordachuk and took away the passing lane. McDaniel sends that one right into the body of Nelson. A little bit of extra pushing and shoving. Gammer takes a cross check behind the play. They're going to send both off. I believe they're going to say that Gammer was milking it, unsportsmanlike conduct, and they'll give McDaniel a cross-checking penalty.
Yeah, I don't think he's fooling the ref too much. They were both trying to draw each other into a penalty there.
Gammer, 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct, and McDaniel, 2-minute minor for cross-checking.
Have it during the play. It should be 4-on-4. Lots of extra space on the ice. Both teams will put some of their better skaters out there. Owen Harris, somebody we talked about a little bit earlier, he's a playmaker. You know, he scores. He scored in the past. He's been somebody who's come up big for the Flames, and it was honestly a little bit of a surprise to not see him in the lineup last night, but he's back out there today. He's a perfect candidate, a perfect player to be put in this situation with the 4-on-4 and the extra space. Ref's got his arm in the air. Looks like we're going to see another call, which should create even more space.
Gordachuk has no recollection or no knowledge of the fact that the Flames are going to be heading. They can hear him yelling, Gordo, Gordo. They want him to come to the bench, but he's still not aware of the fact that the Flames, as soon as they touch this puck, are going to go a man down. Now,
there he goes.
Now he goes.
Oh.
Well, icing should be called here. Finally it is. Got to be careful sending that puck down the length of the ice, and going off will be Jacob Fricks. The fact that it's icing,
should bring the
face-off should come outside the zone.
Sloppy mistake by the Crimson Tide.
2 minutes for holding will be the official call. This should be a 4-on-3.
There's a huge difference between a 4-on-3 versus a 5-on-4. The extra space allows for extra creativity, an extra pass or two.
And currently the linesman has the puck being dropped in the Liberty zone, and they're not complaining about it. Wow.
Liberty penalty number 6, Jacob Fricks, 2 minutes, holding. That brings another one, Southwest Grill, penalty kill.
Wallette walking it across the blue line, fakes the shot. Rooney with a drive, that comes in on Burak. He lays down on top of it and will hold on.
Be interesting to see if Alabama can generate any offensive scoring opportunities. We really haven't seen Cole Burak tested too much early in this game. This may be the first real challenge he's faced so far in his young Liberty career.
Crookshank just looking to waste time along the boards.
Pretty effective, I'd say, too.
5 of the 7 players on the ice all bottled up there along the far boards. Big hit down low. That was Crookshank.
Hands were up high.
Wallette to Joseph. Back to Wallette. He has got a howitzer of a wrister. Joseph looking cross ice, patiently waiting. Wallette top of the circles. His shot blocked away by Burak. Wallette once again walking across, trying to find a lane. Stride for stride with him is Zach Hayes. Carlson goes down, butterfly save made. Rebound comes out, Carlson able to clear. Cole Gammer stepping on the ice. McDaniel as well. Now it's a 5-on-4 for 45 seconds. Sent ahead, Kirkwood. They bring it in, trying to get the shot off, but unable to is Messina, and the Flames able to clear it out. Wallette managing things behind the goal. Alabama breaking out on the power play. Messina getting to it, cutting through the neutral zone. Dropped it off, teed. Kirkwood, they got a man posted up in front. Kirkwood with a high rising shot, didn't find the goal. Now Reynolds, pushing it ahead, Fricks. Thought about trying to play the puck, he goes off. On the ice, Zachariah Roberts in replacement of him.
With the expiration of that penalty, the Alabama Crimson Tide is now 0 for 3 on the power play so far on the day.
Taken away by Hamilton, controlled now by Nelson. Cox, the Buffalo boy, Orchard Park to be exact, just outside of Buffalo. Brought it in the offensive zone. That's near Hamburg, and boy, Hamilton goes down awkwardly. A little dipsy-doodle there on the far side by Bowman. Side of the net, Burak punched right into the back of his crease. The whistle is blown. The face-off will come outside. Orchard Park, you know where that's at? Do you go home
we
that
drive
way?
through it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Buffalo. Yeah, down 219.
Exactly.
That's a gritty town, man.
Yeah, I think it's off
Buffalo.
99. No, it's not off 99. It's 219.
Yeah.
What is it, 90 that I think you take through Buffalo?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I was looking forward to that 4-on-4, but it's cut short by our penalty. As Fitzy, you were saying, all the talent comes on the ice. And I'll tell you what, I've played for Rhett back in the day. You think 4-on-4 on our team, where do you think I am? On the bench. That's right. That's right. I mean, I was slow as molasses, so I get it.
Some power play time. What it's worth, Smitty.
Yeah, I still got
I
feelings.
remember saying before a
I still
game,
got
I'm like,
feelings.
you guys mark my words, Jared Smith will score tonight on the power play, and you proved me right. So
you gotta make do with your one chance, you know.
One chance.
I know that feeling.
Jake, you played hockey?
No, I played basketball, but I was the bench warmer. 2 points my entire career.
That's the dream.
Puck back behind the net wall, that controlling it. About halfway through this hockey game, and the Flames.
Just to be clear, 2 points, that's just one basket, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little floater. That was what I hit. It was a little floater.
He remembers it like it was yesterday.
Even though it was 5 years ago.
Shot off a leg, finds itself into the corner. Burak out of his crease, playing it around. Thompson flipping it ahead.
You have to wonder, does Cole Burak play the puck as often as he has so far early on all the time, or is it just because it's been kind of a slow game for him, he's anxious to get involved?
Yeah, I was wondering at the beginning. Yeah, just no pucks on net, so just trying to get himself involved in the game mentally, and it's a good plan if that is his plan, but he might just be a natural puck handler, and as long as he keeps communicating to his D, that's going to help out the team a lot.
Yeah, we saw him get a little aggressive on this most recent play, stepping behind the net, even though there was a forechecker coming on him pretty quick.
Zach Hayes with the insurance marker in the second period. The Flames leading 2-0. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Welcome back to the Adventures of Rick Ram. We're here in the Blue Ridge Mountains, hot on the trail of the Central Virginia Bigfoot. First, I want to thank our sponsors, Billy Kraft, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, for loaning us this beautiful Dodge Ram pick. Are you kidding me? Hey, come on now, that's a loaner. Join us next week when we'll be on the hunt for the elusive Dodge Ram pickup. Well, who left the keys in the truck?
Meet William Byron, Liberty University student and Xfinity Series driver of the #9 Chevrolet. Since William was a child, he dreamt of racing. His continued partnership with Liberty University means he's able to pursue his college degree while chasing the checkered flag. Look for William Byron and the Liberty University #9 Chevrolet on race day during the Xfinity Series this season.
There's Kyle Richards chatting it up with Nick Messina, trying to get things orchestrated. Nick has seen a fair bit of ice time through these weekend games so far.
I like the tie clip by Coach Richards. It's a nice move. Yeah, see, I wish he had his a little higher.
And the Flames score!
Hey, that's off the face-off again. Quick offense.
Owen Harris, rather, centering this line with Gamer and Bushinsky gets a goal.
We talked about one of the highlights, one of the bright spots in Liberty's game last night was the face-off circle, being able to get possession right off the bat. It is a 50-50 puck, so it's a compete level kind of issue. Today, they've continued their success in the face-off circle. Right there, it pays off, and Owen Harris is able to capitalize his first goal of the season. Good for him to get back in the lineup and start to produce immediately.
Bushinsky, Flames opening up this game. His shot, that's high and over the crossbar. Had some wood on it, though. Bushinsky looking to cycle. Owen Harris out there centering this line, takes a high hit. Harris out to the point. Reynolds walks across. D-to-D. Sharts back to Reynolds. He's got a shooting lane. He takes it, but it's swallowed up by Gordichuk.
Cole Gamer with an assist on the Owen Harris goal. That is his first point as a Liberty Flame.
I think also we're seeing Gordichuk is going I think he goes down naturally in the butterfly, depends on that. I think we're seeing a lot of high shots now coming at him. Might be an adjustment that the coaching staff is making.
Shoot high.
Carlson in on the forecheck, laying the body. Blomberg as well. Carlson with it. Out top, Hayes towards the net. Tipped in front by Carlson. Gordachuk was down, struggling to get up. Carlson still trying to get it out in front. He is just doing some work.
He's a horse, man. He is not afraid to get below the goal line and dig. He's a big boy, too.
Crookshank, his shot. Through traffic, it was knocked down. Another drive finds itself to the end boards. Comes to the near point. Lauber was sneaking in, and it just got by him. Nice little passing play by the Flames as they re-enter the offensive zone. Hayes laying the body, trying to pin it along the wall. Teed there as well. Whistle will be blown, and the Flames are going to get a penalty out of this.
That's too bad. You don't want to take a penalty in the offensive zone when you got puck time like that.
2-minute minor for cross-checking coming to Zach Hayes, and Alabama will head back to the power play, their 4th of the day.
Zach Hayes' second penalty of the afternoon. Kind of comes to his playing style, though. He plays the chip on his shoulder. It happens.
Certain penalties come to Zach Hayes that I like to just call 2 minutes for being Zach Hayes. He has a reputation for being a bit more of a physical player, so he'll occasionally pick up that extra whistle.
Wallette dropping it off. Rooney. Alabama needs one here. Rooney controlling things. He's got a man down the corner. That's Joseph. They look back. Door comes in front. Shot. Big save by Burak. He's knocked down. The puck did not go in. It stayed on the goal line, but a immense save by Cole Burak right there.
The best opportunity of the afternoon for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Dylan Teed. You're not going to get better looks than this. They work the puck into the corner. Patience. Teed gets the one-timer from in the slot. Burak comes up huge, keeping this a 3-goal game.
Well, we mentioned Gordachuk is a D3 transfer from the NCAA, and so is their man Cole Burak. He played 2 years with SUNY Brockport.
Dallas, Texas native. How about them Cowboys?
Rockwall, to be exact.
Brett gets me back for correcting him earlier in the broadcast.
I was going to take it, but Ray, you got to it before me.
That one's going to be sent out by Liberty down into the zone. Gordachuk stopping it. You know, even though the Flames have scored 3 goals on him today, he has been just as stellar as last night. Wallette across the line. Boy, Hanna just managed to keep his skate on the blue line and keep the play going. Wallette lets the snapper go. Getting in front of that was Barima. Be interesting to see after a quality shift with Owen Harris between Bushinsky and Gammer if they will return to that throughout the rest of this game. Blomberg looking to fire it around. It comes out top and fanning on it Wallette, unable to keep it in. Joseph. Quick little pass. Messina couldn't handle it. Rooney. Now Hanna will fire it in deep. Burak stopping it behind the goal. He's going to fire that one out to the point. They tried to shoot it on net. Now outside of the goal, it comes out in front. Joseph just a little bit out of his reach.
The goal was open. Wallette just couldn't get a stick on it.
Comes to Wallette. Another shot off the post.
Something the coaching staff for the Liberty Flames mentioned to us yesterday before the game was just the potency and the danger.
Ryan coming in front of the goal. Tipped just wide by Thompson.
The danger of that first power play unit for the Alabama Crimson Tide. The Liberty Flames have done a great job of silencing them all weekend. Alabama has had plenty of opportunities, but still without a power play goal.
Penalty coming to Alabama. Slashing will be the call.
Take a look at the call here. Loose puck. Doing everything he can to get there first. McInnes just slaps the stick out of Thompson's hands. He'll serve 2 minutes for it.
And after that penalty kill finish, Liberty was playing with just so much more speed. As soon as they got their 5 guys back on the ice real quick, and they were flying all over the place. And I think that's what caused the penalty.
Penalty kills can be huge momentum boosts.
Shot from the point, getting the blocking arm on it. Gordichuk directed into the corner. Nelson with it again. To Sharts. Back out top, Nelson. They have a double up in front of the goal. Thompson, quick little play down deep. Garvin trying to walk across. Sharts with a shot. A goal mouth scramble. It's not in. Now it is. Brock Thompson with a goal.
I mean, where is the defense in front of Jesse Gordichuk? He slides over, he puts all his eggs in his basket to stop the shot from Sharts. But the D has got to clear out that rebound. They've got to clean out the members of the Flames in front. Too many white sweaters able to get in the slot. Gordichuk slides over, he's out of position. Look, 1, 2, 3. Liberty Flames right there around the open net. If I'm the Alabama Crimson Tide defense, you've got to clean up that area for your goaltender.
And that Thompson-Ryan-Garvin line ticking right where it left off last year. That was one of the top scoring lines for the Flames last year, and they're picking up right where they left off with another beautiful goal.
It's a big goal by Thompson. That line a little bit quiet last night. Nice to see them on the power play start to get things going offensively. And also nice to see that you got 2 of the 3 have a goal tonight, Garvin and Thompson now. At the end of that play, Alabama was communicating to the official. They thought it was kicked in. That was Lavorne. He was making a kicking motion, that is, to the ref. And
we do have instant replay capabilities here at Lehigh Ice Center. ACHA rules is if the venue has capabilities for the replay, the officials are allowed to use it.
I did not know that. But I'll tell you, their goals are all Liberty's goals are coming in from like 2 feet away from the goal line almost. So
yeah, we talked about traffic in front, and that's how you rattle a hot goaltender. They were able to put 4 behind Jesse Gordichuk tonight, as opposed to just the 1 last night.
I'll tell you, Sharts, his shot from the point there, blocker side, just the sound and the way that Gordichuk had to adjust his hand, it looks like it may have hit the shaft of the stick even.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's the worst as a player.
Owen Harris returning to center this line of Gammer and Bushinsky. Little touch play didn't work out. Joseph, they back-checked him hard. Seufer, he stripped of the puck, and you can hear Gammer as he goes by. That one finds its way to Jake Patterson.
Look alive, Jake.
Nice throw, Jake.
That was pretty good. That one almost hit me in the face, but...
So officially, that's going to be Thompson from Garvin and Sharts.
But a puck coming in here is a lot better than a player.
That is true. Seufer, cross-ice feed, pinched off by Crookshank. Gammer will control it, banks it off the boards and ahead. Harris, his shot easily snared by Gordichuk. 5:39 left here in the second period. Gammer chatting things over with McDaniel as they skate off the ice.
Offensive zone power play, offensive zone face-off, excuse me, coming for the Flames.
Comes out to the point. Shot in front of the goal again. Cleared away this time by Gordichuk, and bringing ahead is Demers. Holding on will be Burak. I'm currently looking up Jared to my right, looking at me like an odd soul.
Yeah.
I was kind of trying to figure out where Cable East, PEI is. Or Cable Head East, rather, and it is way up north.
On PEI?
Yeah. Well, it's on the east side of the island.
Which is about 30 minutes from the west side of the island.
For the American viewers at home, PEI is Prince Edward Island. It's a Canadian province.
That's right.
If you didn't know that, shame on you. It's kind of, yeah, it's okay. It's east of Charlottetown, way up top though. Another shot off the stick. This one jumps high and almost hits the end wall. Hayes with a big hit. This fourth line, if you want to call it that, has been providing some quality energy. Brema getting a shift here, centering them. Hayes, Carlson, his wingers. Sharts out top, Carlson. Playing it back, that gets stuck in Shart's equipment for a moment. He looks to send it deep, unable to. Now it's fired around. Reynolds, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Back into the corner, Hayes to Carlson. This is just a good grinder shift right now for Liberty. Puck comes out into the near circle, and it's going to be picked up by Messina. .423 remaining. Sharts ahead, nice pass, Cox. His backhand feed across was taken away by Teed. Knocked down by Rooney. Trying to make some space, a little backhand toe drag by Rooney as he takes him to the corner. He's a shifty little player. Teed centering feed, and the shot goes off a body and to the near boards. Chipped out across the line by Nelson. Fricks pushing it ahead, Roberts. Couldn't catch up to that one in time, and icing will be the call.
And Coach Andy looking like he's going to take the time out here to talk this one over.
Make sure you hang out with us here through the intermission. Monica McKenzie is going to be catching up with head coach Kirk Handy like she normally does, trying to find out any tidbit of information that she can. And, you know, Kirk is like Lou Lamoriello. He's just doesn't like to talk. Doesn't like to give any little bit of information out.
It's on lockdown.
Yeah.
And for those of you watching who don't know, during the icing, Liberty cannot change. So sometimes the coaches will call a timeout to let the guys have a breather before the face-off starts.
If you use your timeout, you can change.
You can change.
Yeah, so that's what the Flames did right there.
In the NHL, it just actually changed the rule to where you cannot call a timeout after an icing.
Really?
Yep.
That's weird. I did not know
last
that.
week. Yeah.
It's been crazy. A quick shot here by Lavorne. Glove save made. Rebound comes out. Another shot. Big save by Burak. Goldmouth scramble, and he kept it out.
How did that stay out?
That was a huge stop as he came from his left to his right and stayed square with the puck.
I think it was Garrett Nelson who was able to keep the loose puck from crossing the goal line. We'll take a look at it here. There's the initial shot from Lavorne. Burak unable to control it, excuse me. Puck squirts loose. Yeah, Garrett Nelson able to swat the puck away from the back of the net. It was trickling towards the goal line. Liberty still up by 4 goals. Great presence of mind from Garrett Nelson.
Face-off, one back by Alabama. It comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Kirkwood managing things currently. His outlet pass to Durkin. Durkin on net and swallowing that one up in the chest. It took a little bit of an odd bounce off the blocker. It was full Burak. I'm always curious when you hear a small town. That's why I was looking up Cable Head East, Prince Edward Island. I've been to all the provinces, so it's like when you hear a town, it's like, I don't know where that's at.
You've been to all of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not too many, though, so.
Oh my gosh.
It's not like it's going to all 50 states.
I know.
There's only there's
you know,
only what, 11?
Yeah, the country's bigger, so it's not like you've gone all across the country at all. Harris in front, his shot off a body. Goalmouth scramble, now Crookshank. Another shot is going to be swallowed up.
not that you haven't been all across the country. The provinces are bigger, so you can check a box by cutting off a corner and experiencing less of the country.
If I did the same thing in the States, I probably could say I've gone to, oh my goodness. I probably could say I've easily gone to like 30 some states equivalently.
I've been to 36.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I have not been to anywhere near that many.
If anyone from Delaware would like to host me at their home, I'm trying to check off Delaware next.
Oh, gosh.
So
Why don't you just drive there for the day and come back?
I might as well. I don't know.
It takes about 5.5 hours.
I want to have something to do when I get there. I know they just got Wi-Fi last week.
Go to Pat's Pizza. Here, it's good.
No, you got a Grotto's.
Cole Kammer throwing it deep. Brzezinski takes a hit along the boards. Harris, he has provided a nice spark to this line. Lauber laying a hit. Rooney in across the Flames blue. Tried to drag it around Cruikshank, wasn't able to. We got a penalty behind the play.
Lauber's getting interference, I think, on that one.
That's like calling, I don't know, when I see a call like that, my thought is, did this guy play? And I'm not, you know, I don't want to rep the ref, but like that's a play. Like I understand it. And, you know, we've seen calls like that where yes, that is a valid penalty, but that was so close where it was just a little board chip, and you're trying to line the guy up. I don't think that's interference.
No, that's just making a play.
Yeah, I agree. You can put your momentum in the beginning of hit, and you can't stop it that quickly.
That's true. Like you hit, the guy does a board chip around you, and you're looking to lay the body within a second of the play. I think that's valid. Breaking the stick on the play, and was Kirkwood. He has to go back to the bench for a new piece of lumber, and another man jumps on the ice, but Rooney quick to get off. Quickest shift that is of the night for Rooney. Joseph out top, his drive off the body. Wallette going back into the Alabama zone. He takes a bump from Hayes. A little bit of hooking there from Hayes. Got to be careful. Caught him up high. Wallette, he's got some wheels. Dropping it back to no man's land, and Cox able to get that puck out to the red line. That one's going to be cleared out into the crowd, and with that we have a face-off in Liberty ice.
That's a aggressive forecheck on the penalty kill, looking to disrupt the breakout there for the Crimson Tide.
Ryan Cox, newcomer.
Conrad's in the dot. Head-to-head with Cox, as you said. One back by Cox. Nelson able to clear. Lavorne takes that one deep, throws on the brakes, banks it off the end wall. Rooney to Lavorne, his shot, pad save made, rebound came out, and able to clear is Garrett Nelson. One aspect of Alabama's game that, in my opinion, brought them some success last night was their physicality, and they have not, to the same level, reached that point this afternoon.
Yeah, we see them kind of doing what Liberty did yesterday, you know, trying to be fancy, trying to be quick to the outside and finesse, and that's just not their game.
Bowman across. Lavorne trying to find Rooney, wasn't able to. Diving was Lauber, he just touched it. He'll go off now along with Cox. Hamilton changing as well. Only two Flames on the ice as the troops come back. Burima, quick pass ahead, Bushinsky. He's got some room. Bushinsky in, shot, rebound. Kammer stopped on the doorstep. Burima was looking for a third chance, but it didn't come.
What a save by Gordichuk. I believe he got the paddle. The paddle on that second shot.
One of the shots actually took a bounce off, I believe it was Benedetto's leg, right above his ankle.
Oh, Oh, yeah, you're right. Absolutely right, Jake. The rebound goes out the defender's leg and hits Gordichuk.
Jake with the eagle eyes down there. He's got a sight line on everything.
That's why he's here.
Taken down on the play. You can hear Hey Blue calling, and that's an awkward fall there for Quinn Ryan as he was hauled down behind the net.
And I'll tell you too, that's the same play they tried on their 3-on-1 earlier in the game. Just throwing it low at the pads of Gordichuk, hoping for, and they're picking up rebounds. And it's been dangerous.
You know, for those of you that remember Brandon Coburn, used to be in the broadcast booth 2 years ago. He's getting married here soon, and boy, is it about 2.5 weeks down in Lynchburg, and marrying a former Miss Virginia, Courtney Garrett. So, be happy to see Coburn get married. It's about time. It's going to do it for the second period. The Flames chalk 3 more up on the board, leading 4-0. Brock Thompson with a goal. Zach Hayes with a goal. The veterans coming through tonight for Liberty. Make sure you stay with us. Kirk Handy coming up after the break.
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
It's our home.
It's our home. Rooted in excellence.
Built from hard work.
It's our backbone.
An undeniable will.
Driven to surpass our potential.
It's our heart.
Unbreakable bonds.
And our journey. Striving for more.
Determined to lead.
Day in and day out.
This is the Big South.
Where winners are made.
The Hardee's Sausage and Egg Biscuit. Stop on over and get 2 of them for $2.50. 2 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuits for just $2.50. Amazing times we live in, folks. Amazing times. Now at Hardee's. The Hardee's Sausage and Egg Biscuit. Stop on over and get 2 of them for $2.50. 2 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuits for just $2.50. Amazing times we live in, folks. Amazing times. Now at Hardee's.
Glad you're staying with us here in Lynchburg, Virginia. The Flames currently leading 4-0, and standing by with Monica McKenzie is the head coach, Kirk Handy.
Thanks, guys. You told me that everyone was in high spirits last night, despite losing the game. How important is team morale in a league like this, where you often play these back-to-back games every single weekend?
It's really important. You know what? We had our chances last night. You know what? Alabama's playing a good game tonight. We're having to work hard for everything we're getting tonight.
Getting the puck in the goal mouth for those gritty type goals, was that part of the game plan today?
Oh, for sure. You know what? In the third period too here, it's going to be important to win those net front battles in between the face-offs. Circles, are real important for us between the face-off dots tonight.
And talk about goaltender Cole Burak, what he adds to the team in net.
I mean, he's making some saves tonight, right? And you know what? We have strong goaltending with both of our goalies, so we expect nothing less than what we're seeing tonight.
Thanks, Kirk.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, you heard it. Kirk Handy, net front battles will be important for the last 20 minutes of this hockey game. Cole Burak having quite the debut in the red, white, and blue. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments.
NCAA Division I FCS football is a game of perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship. As he works to honor the game, every FCS student-athlete grows in his responsibilities as a student and as a member of his campus and community. Dedicated to personal growth and success in the classroom, the NCAA Division I FCS, every down, every day.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
Be free to be you. The freedom to drive what you want to drive. Wear what you want to wear and bank where you want to bank. At Carter Bank and Trust, you'll find the freedom to bank the way you like. Personal service with a smile, face-to-face from people that know you. And with services like our no-fee debit card, lifetime free checking, and over 100 convenient locations, you're free to bank your way. Carter Bank and Trust, the freedom to be you.
Some things become traditions. Thank you for making yours Foster Fuels.
Welcome you back. The Liberty Flames currently leading Alabama 4-0. Hey, if you're a Liberty sports fan in general, make sure you stay tuned on LFSN or come on campus for this afternoon at 6 p.m. The Liberty Flames taking on the not-so-wee little men of the Indiana State Sycamores.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. Definitely be a good one. I'll be there, part of the action for the halftime and pregame show, kind of setting up everything that's going to go on. They've got one of the hottest offenses in the country right now, Buckshot Calvert, in just his last game, only playing the first half, had 5 TD passes. BJ Farrow caught 3 of them. Jake, I know you're all up to date with the stats. What else impressed you from that last football game?
You mentioned him already. I'd have to give it to Buckshot and BJ. BJ missed the Baylor game and due to some eligibility concerns, but he came back for last week against the Eagles, and he said in the news in advance he wanted to give the fans a show, and I think he did. 3 touchdowns, almost 180 yards, I think, something insane like that. He had a great game.
Carrington Mosley didn't get a ton of playing time in that game, but the week before in Baylor, this guy was just, they like to call him full-grown man. He was dragging guys down the field, going for yardage, making things easier on Buckshot Calvert. And this past week, LFSN's Game On mic'd him up just to hear what this guy is like in practice. So you're going to enjoy this. He's a chatty guy. Yeah, I know he talks more than me, which is quite the responsibility and quite the feat, I guess you could say. So let's take a look here. Carrington Mosley during Flames practice, mic'd up.
I'm hyped. I know my team hyped. So it's all about to be a really intense day. So we're about to fly around and get to it. Simple as that. No, the real first day out. Stop playing. Taking off today. That's all I want to hear. No, I want to hear trying to. I want to hear I'm taking off today. Taking off. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Running backs in the building. What is you gonna do?
Furniture. Stay off the furniture. Get it up there. Come on. Do it again. Everybody down there. Mike and you.
Why you say that?
In your mouth.
Hey, I don't know what he's talking about. He said my mouth. I'm just out here to play football.
Keep it up there. I want the ball chinned and pinned the whole way. Okay. Boom. Now, is this heavy rush hour traffic? Is this heavy rush hour traffic? Oh.
So sit down. I mean, I thought about it.
When your eyes are down and your head is down, you going down when you get hit. What made you in the minor?
You know, I got these stickies though. That's all that matters.
None of that stuff.
That's all that matters. When I put my hands on you, it's suction cup. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I got a little bit of every type of dog in me. Cause I'm a rare breed.
You only one breed.
I'm a rare breed. I'm a different type of man. A different type of animal. Hey, bro, chill, bro. It's the first day. It's the first day out. T Grizzly.
I got you going north, not bleeding out there. Get going north. Take on that stinking safety that wants to hit you. All right?
Hey, what y'all in the same for, man? Hey, real dogs play in the sun. Hey, what they in the same for? Ain't nothing wrong with a little heat. Water, water. Water, water, water. Where that water at? I need it.
Sodexo, global leader in quality of life services, is committed to creating exceptional experiences at Liberty University. Enjoy delicious concessions as we cheer on the Flames. Visit us at our many dining locations for both campus and community. And join us in our efforts towards sustainability and fighting hunger in Central Virginia. Sodexo is changing the face of college dining. For more information, visit libertydining.com.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, you got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
Cuts wide. Church still controlling it, scores! Wow. Here's Ryan on the breakaway. Save, rebound, comes out, scores!
As Liberty University athletics continue to climb to new heights, Game On is your weekly source for all things Flames. We bring you inspirational stories of faith from this Division I program, as well as all the news and highlights that you crave. Game On is covering the world's largest evangelical university like no one else. So join us each week to see what's happening around Flames Nation. Get in the game and watch Game On.
It's time now for the Ronkin-Pratt Senior Living Communities Intermission. Ronkin-Pratt Senior Living Communities. We want to do life with you.
Glad you're still here with us. Owen Harris with a goal, Brock Thompson, Zach Hayes in that second period. You could say that the Alabama defense a little bit leaky, and you know, if it was their basement, Jared, you'd be right in on that, being able to help them.
Don't try this ad-lib stuff with me. I can't do it. That's right. A little leaky.
But nonetheless.
A little weak foundation.
Yeah, there we go. Jared likes to spend his spare time, his work hours in crawl spaces helping people with basement leaks.
That's right.
The more I say it, the more I want to laugh. But here, let's take a look here. Cole Burak, you know, the first period we say we didn't get to see him work much. Second period, different story.
Yeah, a number of power play opportunities for the Flames, but Cole was in good position. He made a number of big saves. He, got some help out from the post and from Garrett Nelson on this play right here. He hasn't looked perfect, but he's looked really strong, and obviously there's a goose egg up on the scoreboard. So Cole Burak has done everything that the coaching staff has asked him to do, and he looks sharp, and we'll see if he can continue.
That last save I found impressive, just his ability to keep his chest upright. He's not the biggest guy, he's only like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
So he stayed upright, came across, was square with the shooter. That was a big stop, and then he had some help from his defense when they kind of snuck him behind him a little bit. Take a look here at the Flames' body of work in the second period. As we said, they were able to get 3 goals on the board, and a lot of that had to do with their veterans.
Yeah, and a lot of the goals, like we were saying, are coming from right on the doorstep of the net there. That's the way they have developed their game plan for tonight, and it's paying off for them right now in the first 2 periods.
Yeah, crashing and banging, and Fitzy and I were talking about it in the pregame that you're going to have some goal-mouth scrambles and just get a little gnarly around the net tonight in order to come out on top of this hockey game, and they've done just that.
Well, 4-0 Liberty Flames, 20 minutes to go.
I don't think you really want to change anything. Right now, Liberty doing a quality job of finding chemistry. You've got Owen Harris that's kind of getting a little bit of time between Brzezinski and Gammer, trying to feel that out. And they had some energetic shifts, so I think you're going to continue to see him inserted there in the center position throughout the rest of the third. Right now, it's kind of like, where does Tim Barima fit best? And you want him in the lineup. He brings so much. He has skill. Had a nice little move there in the second where he almost set up a goal. But is he better where is he best? And it could still be between Bashinsky and Gammer. I'd still like to see that work and not give up on that yet, but only time will tell, and that's a lot of the meaning, I guess you could say, for this third period. Kirk obviously wants his guys to remain consistent in their effort, but also sort out the kinks when it comes to chemistry.
Yeah, and the tough part is when guys in this Liberty system move up or down a level in the divisions, they can't get away from what got him to the Division I game. He doesn't need to reinvent himself. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing.
If I'm Kyle Richards, I was not pleased with the second period effort. There was no night and day difference like we saw last night. So I think if I'm Kyle Richards, I go into the locker room in the second intermission and just kind of ask the guys to take a look inside themselves and to find that extra effort, that extra boost of energy, and where the B level can come back up, because the Alabama Crimson Tide, other than Jesse Gordichuk, have not looked like the same team we saw last night. Defensive positioning has been off. They've kind of been softer, not finishing their checks, especially in front of the net. They've allowed Liberty to kind of, claim position and make that area in the slot their territory, and that's not a recipe for success in hockey by any means. So if I'm Kyle Richards, I'm telling my team that a lot has to change in this third period. Not just tonight, not just for success tonight, but for success going forward.
Yeah, and that's right. And clearing in front of the net's a big one, and that's something that they can adjust right now. That's not something like that involves too much skill or talent. It's more of a just willingness to be there in battle, and hopefully he can convince his D to make that adjustment and clear the front more effectively.
It's interesting. Alabama almost comes across as they need somebody or something to emotionally charge them in order to compete at a higher level. And last night I think the crowd helped them out. I'm pretty sure Coach Richards went in there and laid down the law in between the first and second, but there comes a time and a place where you kind of said it. And it's early on in the season yet. I don't want to say you have to dig down deep, and it's not like you're going into Game 7 of the playoffs, but throughout the course of the year, you have to find a willingness in the group, an ability in the group to find that level of consistency night in and night out.
Well, and that's the thing with, as we're saying, they need to score by committee. Everything's done by committee for them. The only thing is if your team is not in sync, or, it's just not firing as a team, you don't have that one game breaker guy who can just step in and create something out of nothing. So that's why those guys and all that skill guys are really important.
And see, that's the thing Kyle Richards was telling us before the game. They do have a skilled playmaker. They have a superstar in Taylor Joseph, but we haven't mentioned his name a whole lot today. We didn't mention it a whole lot last night. Kyle told me before the game that he planned on and he expected Taylor to be a lot better today, because when Taylor is going, the rest of the guys, see that, and they see him as an example. They want to follow his example. They work harder, but also Taylor Joseph's going to, draw more attention from the opponent's best defensive pair. Everybody's going to know when he's on the ice, and that opens up other guys to, create scoring opportunities. So when Taylor Joseph is at the top of this game, Alabama is just better from top to bottom, and Taylor Joseph has just been nowhere to be found this weekend.
Bream out here. He's going to line up with Carlson and Hayes.
I like that.
That's a big line, too.
It is a hefty line, that is for sure. Carlson loses his footing, gets tripped up on the play. Now he takes a high hit from T. Hayes with a shot, that's going to be tipped wide of the goal. Reynolds pinching in, it gets by him. Nice back check, however, by Carlson, and broke up a potential rush. Barima hitting to the boards. Alabama off the bat here, a little bit more physical in the third period. 4-0. They are down, so a lot of work to do here in the third. Tip shot in front, wide of the goal. Sharks from a bad angle. Had that one go back behind the net. Reynolds will send it back deep. Barima stopping it, comes out in front. Hayes batting at it, getting to it, Rooney. His outlet pass connected. Messina can't find it. Getting to it now, Carlson for Liberty.
It's a good first shift coming out into the period for the Flames, and if they're getting hit, but it's because they're holding on to the puck and creating plays.
Ryan can't get his shot off, tried to drag it through the defender, unable to. Lavorne being harassed by Ryan. Nice work by Ryan forechecking. One thing you think about Quinn Ryan, all the highlights, a finesse player is what immediately comes to mind, but he's not afraid to lay the body. For a smaller guy, he can put a hurting on you.
Yeah, he's got a grinder side to him. He's not afraid to step into tough positions. He's not afraid to block shots. That's part of what makes him, you know, an all-around great player.
Puck in front, Ryan scores!
His ears were burning, and he buried the rebound to make it 5-0. You know, again, Liberty is getting these scoring opportunities right there in front of the net. They're scoring goals not on their first opportunity, but on their second, third, and fourth opportunity. The Crimson Tide defense is just completely falling apart. We'll take a look at the goal here. Shot from the point from Nelson, knocked down in front by Garvin. Puck kind of squirts around. Gordychuk unable to find it. Ryan roofs it. 5-0 Flames.
And Gordychuk's going to come out of this game not at this whistle, but shortly. Kyle Richards just went over and spoke to him at the side of the bench, and I can see Sam Schilling down in the tunnel stretching it out right now, getting ready. So expect in a couple of minutes that Sam Schilling will enter this hockey game.
And I'll tell you, that Ryan being able to roof that puck is what's key there. Gordychuk got across pretty quick.
Gammer, his backhand attempt towards the goal at the side of the net now. That was Frick's way down deep in the offensive zone, looking for his first goal of the year. That's correct.
We were talking, did you see him cut into the, Ryan, cut into the middle just before that play? Mm-hmm. He goes into the
yeah, he goes
sticky
into the
areas.
danger areas.
Yeah, he does, and he's not afraid, and took a big hit and picked up a goal right after.
Gammer, Lauber, weaving his way through, sends the backhand in deep, and he'll be the first man in on the forecheck. Flames with it again. Throwing it out in front was Bashinsky. His head went to the air a little bit, thought he might have had one. Crookshank manning it deep, and boy, the Flames defense very active in this game. Time and time again, they have come off the point and skated a puck down low and joined in on the offensive side of things. Bashinsky sealing off the wall. Hanna trying to get it loose. They're finally able to clear. Welsh was looking to sneak in behind the Flames defense, but wasn't able to. Gammer controlling it. Pass across. Sharks with a blast. A stick save made, and the rebound comes up and over the big pipe here at the LIC. And for that, let's check in with Monica McKenzie once more in this hockey game.
Yeah, guys, talking about newcomer Cole Gammer. Before Liberty, he was playing junior A hockey in Texas. When he came to visit the campus, he met with coaches Kirk Handy and Jeff Becker, and they prayed together. And in that moment, Cole knew this was the place for him.
Thank you, Monica. Cole, super nice kid. Fitzy and I were talking to him last night before the game. You could see a little bit of nervous excitement in his eyes, and that line has been better today. Roberts trying to make a little move around the defender there, Baremski. Now it comes in across the line. Rodney knocked off his feet. Puck comes loose. Roberts again looking to get it out. Sharts 3-on-1 for the Flames if they hurry. Sharts leading the way. His shot off the body. Another shot towards the goal finds itself at the side of the net. Oh, conveniently the helmet of Gordychuk comes off.
He was swatting at it with his glove. He was trying to knock it off on purpose. The shot from Sharts hit him square in the mask, and I don't know if one of the straps came loose, and that's why he was trying to shake it free. But it was clearly not on his head, you know, appropriately to where he couldn't see. He was swatting at it with his glove, trying to get it off on purpose. The shot from Sharks hit him square in the forehead. David and Goliath style.
That gets the ears ringing, that's for sure.
Yeah. I had the old Chris Osgood bucket. I was hearing bells quite often in that old piece of junk. Sharks going back after it. Icing is called, and face-off will come back down into Alabama ice.
You know, that helmet's not the prettiest, eh, the Chris Osgood?
Oh, it was a beauty. It was an absolute beauty.
Fred McGibbon back in the day sported some sports yellow, some sports gold pads.
I did. I started off with Bodems. They were hideous.
With the helmet to match.
Though. Yeah, that helmet, I still own it. I have it. I love that bucket still. Got a penalty coming, and this one will be going against the Liberty Flames. Nope, not Timber. Oh, Zach Hayes going back.
Third time tonight.
Yeah. Elbowing will be the call.
Take a look at the call here. Puck goes into the corner. Zach Hayes just...
Yeah, that's an elbow.
Yeah. His man was kind of falling down. So it was the perfect height for Hayes to just kind of catch him up high with the elbow. Zach Hayes plays with that chip on his shoulder, though. That's his style, so he's going to take a few more penalty minutes than, your average forward. And yeah, your team's down a man, often, so it's never a good thing. Never a good thing to take a penalty like that, but it can be expected with number 22.
Kirk Handy chatting things over with the head official, stating his case. Flames obviously perfect on the PK so far today. Reynolds sending it around the old kick plate. That one's going to come out and down the length of the ice.
2 minutes outgoing. And representing the Lowe's Southwest Grill penalty kill.
Alabama stretched the ice there. A little bit of miscommunication, however, and Frick's able to get it back out across the blue line. Here's Joseph. Dropping it back. Rodney, Wallette towards the goal. Snapper stopped by Burak. Puck goes into the corner. Reynolds didn't get enough on it. Now Cox able to help him out, and the puck will go down the length of the ice. Cole Burak, I think, is going to be one of those guys that it's going to take a while for the casual fan to enjoy his style of play. And I'll get to that a bit more in a moment as another save by Burak and clearing it out across the lines. Carlson, here comes Barima, shorthanded breakaway, scores!
No, off the crossbar.
Off the crossbar. I thought that found the twine.
No, it just missed. That was another one that was really close.
The opportunity started because Pierre Wallette tried to glove the puck out of midair, tried to knock down the clearing attempt, and it just deflected into open ice and settled down enough for Barima with some speed to get in all alone.
Yeah, and again, they keep shooting high on him, but I didn't hear a post hit. That was
that's what fooled me. I didn't hear the end glass or a crossbar, and I'm quite curious where that puck hit.
Yeah, because it kind of stalled it. It didn't bounce really hard off a crossbar.
Again, replay is available here at Lehigh Ice Center.
Puck goes deep. Crookshank tripped up on the play. They bank it off the end boards. Lurking out in front was Bowman. Comes from the point. Kirkwood a shot off a body. Crookshank, he's got bees in his boot. Goes down again and blocks another. He's hurting on this one.
They are up 5-0. And he's throwing himself in front of every puck.
And that's the most Matt Crookshank thing I've ever heard. That's just who he is as a player. He's a warrior.
I like it.
I was reading a book about Dan Bilesma and his process of getting the Penguins that first year to win the Stanley Cup when he came up from the AHL as a coach. And immediately he created a list for his team. And I can't mention the name on air, but he had this list, and basically it's a list of small plays in hockey that get guys fired up. And blocking shots was a big one of those. And eventually what it does is just having that list, and guys know that it contributes to the overall ability for a team to win and gel together. That, he had skill guys blocking shots, and it kind of made a dirty job on the ice that is quite painful, the popular thing to do.
Yep, it fires the guys up on the bench. They know that you're going through and enduring some pain for them.
Thompson gave that one away. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Ryan sweeping it towards the goal. Is caught flat-footed. Lavorne trying to get around Fricks.
But of course the Penguins take credit for something the Flyers have been doing for 40 years.
Oh.
But it's been about 40 years since they've won the Cup, right? 1975?
Well, the difference is, I guess, Pittsburgh was doing it with skilled players, I guess, is the difference, right?
Good call, good call.
The skill players were the physical players on the Flyers, not crybabies like a certain
like
number
you said, 40 years ago, yeah.
Reynolds coming in, shot, stopped. Rebound comes free, and we got another penalty coming.
I think no one knows.
This is going to go against Alabama.
So then Burak can go, there he goes, to the bench.
Cole coming off. ACHA rules, if you score, you still get the power play. Gammer. Nice feed. Reynolds, side of the net. They can't capitalize. It was cleared out by Alabama, and the Flames will head to the power play. And
I think Gordichuk took a stick to the arm. Leaning over in pain, shaking off his right hand.
Yeah, I was positive that Sam Schilling was going to enter this hockey game, but he's put his hat back on and he's posted up at the end of the bench once again.
It could have been a warning, you know, hey, one more. I mean, Gordichuk hasn't played bad. We've sang his praises all weekend long, and I don't think that's, you know, poor broadcasting on our part. He's a solid goaltender who's played fairly well. He's just had no defense in front of him all afternoon tonight. Last night, it was more of a team effort to where everybody was doing the little things, and they were finding a way to stay in the game and capitalize when they got opportunities. Today, it hasn't been like that. It's been leaving it hanging out to dry, and, you know, Liberty has been able to bury some of these rebounds and second, third, fourth chances.
Garvin posted up in front. Ryan some space, shot, rebound comes out, and it's going to be clear. I like that little play they have there as they give Ryan a little extra step along the wall. They send it into Thompson. The forward guarding the point or the half boards kind of scoots in for a second, a quick touch pass back out, and that enables Quinn Ryan to find a little room to work with. Quinn Ryan with it again to Thompson. Backhand try off the side of the net. Out to the point, Sharks lets it roll to him. Nelson controlling things. He looks towards the net. That goes off a shin guard. Grant Garvin back out top. Nelson walking into it. Trying to find Sharts in his wheelhouse. Sharts, his snapper off a stick. Flames power play has been 10 times better than it was last night. Lots more movement with the legs. Sharts again, his fire. That one's going to come all the way out. And you can see a little bit of frustration on the Flames forwards as it misses the goal short side and rolls all the way down. 36 seconds remain in the man advantage. Gammer, Boshinski, Owen Harris taking a test drive out here on PP2. Gammer knocked down.
Basically pulled down by Benedetto.
Fricks. Harris, his shot. Getting the blocking arm on that was Gordichuk. Crookshank. Fakes the clapper. Now to Fricks. Crookshank again. Almost losing his footing there. That one up and over the crossbar. Gordichuk in between the pipes. Kind of stumbled slightly. Fricks again, down low. Harris. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Crookshank a shot, and that's going to be held on to by Gordichuk. All right, I want to take a look at this Barima breakaway once again. We've got it. Let's take a peek at it here before we go to our media timeout.
The puck is cleared. Wallette tries to knock it down, unable to do so. So Barima's in all alone.
Oh, you're right. Right off the post, then hit his body.
Right the corner.
I didn't even hear the...
I wonder if the puck hit it like, well, it was end over end.
Yeah, you wonder if it hit it
very
flat.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, the iron can be kind of funny like that sometimes, you know. Sometimes you hit it and it rings the whole building, and sometimes silence.
I think the puck did hit it from the flat end. It had a weird spin to it off the stick of Barima.
Yeah, and hey, it's good to see Crookshank's back out on the power play after blocking those two shots there.
He'll never miss a shift.
Flames up 5-0. Quinn Ryan with the goal. We'll be back.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah. They say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.
We the people. We are innovators, dreamers, leaders. Yeah, we feel pain. We get tired, but it won't stop us. God's call is our pursuit, and we will champion His name.
Welcome back to the LaHaye Ice Center. Liberty Flames currently leading 5-0. Hey, we got a bit of a conundrum on our hands here in the booth. We're trying to figure out who should be the Hardy star of the game. Well, so why don't you help us out on Twitter really quick? Just tweet at us with the hashtag #RockTheRink. Which Liberty Flames should be the star of the game, and give us a good one. Like, he has to have at least a goal or something like that. It can't just be your best friend or your boyfriend. Cox sending it around off the sideboards, lobber. Hamilton lets it go by. Cox working for it deep. Hamilton laying the body, Crookshank. Hamilton had it hop over a stick, and now Rooney will skate it out. Getting hands up high was Durkin. Flames able to get to it. Crookshank. Boy, after the first weekend of hockey, you have to think this guy's body is already black and blue. Multiple stop shots last night. He got decked from behind, solid, pretty good there one time. We have a penalty coming now against Liberty. Boarding will be the call.
You mentioned Matt Crookshank. I think Matt Crookshank is the kind of player who's frustrated with himself if he doesn't need multiple ice packs at the end of every game. That's how he plays. He goes out there, he knows that this is battle, and you know, he is willing to lay down his body for the team, and that's why he's such a critical part of this operation for the Liberty Flames. Let's take a look at the hit from Lauber. Puck's kind of going the other way. Lauber just extends the arms and throws his opponent into the half boards.
Maybe if it wasn't so excessive, he wouldn't have gotten the call, perhaps.
Yeah. Or if the puck was still there, you know, that plays a part in the decision, I think.
Comes out top. Dropped off. Lavorne with it. Kirkwood near boards. Lavorne shot. That's going to be blocked by Burak. He has done a solid job. What I was saying about him, always scared to do it during a power play. Another shot comes in on net. Flames are able to clear through unconventional means. But Burak reminds me a lot of my emotions when Ed Belfour came into Toronto after Curtis Joseph. And you got used to watching Cujo. He's a highlight reel goaltender, caught out of position at times, but would come out with this just insane save to get back in the game and make the play. And Matt Pinnell, a bit more of a highlight reel goaltender. He was positionally sound, but he'd get caught out of position sometimes and have to make a sprawling save, use that wide pro V butterfly, what have you. Burak is so positionally sound and has quiet feet. He makes really tough saves look so simple. And I think guys are gonna be like, this guy's not doing any work. He must not be that good because he never has to make a huge save, but it's just because he's so good at his technical aspects of his game. And
yeah, and that's always nice when you see a goalie just making all the saves with his chest. What it also does is just a nice calming element for his teammates to see that everything's under control back there.
So kind of that reminded me of, Ed Belfour came to Toronto. I remember for the first quarter of the season, Burak with another nice pad save there. I was like, oh, Belfour, he's old and horrible. I don't like this guy at all. And then as you started to watch him play more and more, you really appreciated just how good he was at being positionally sound within his crease. Hanna back out top, Rooney to Hanna. He just claps that one, pad save made, rebound comes in, and once again, Cole Burak up to the challenge on the doorstep, shutting down the Crimson Tide.
And that's a perfect example of being positionally sound. That rebound comes out and there's nobody around. There's no defender who's going to push that guy out of the way. But he doesn't have a shot because Cole's right where he's supposed to be to cut down the angle, take up as much of the net. He stays big. He keeps his chest up, his shoulders back. And that's not a flashy save. Fans are going to see that and go, oh my goodness, Cole Burak. But at the same time, it doesn't end up in a goal for the Crimson Tide, which is, the ultimate point here, right?
That's right.
Comes out to the point, shot off a leg. Garvin chasing after it, binks it off the boards. 5 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Alabama. Joseph playing it deep, looking for the give and go. It comes back to Rooney.
2 days in a row now, the Liberty penalty kill has looked very strong.
That shot well high of the net. Flames off the glass, can't clear. Joseph takes it, gets bodied off the puck, and it'll squeak out into neutral ice. Baremski will bring it right back in. His shot steered clear by Burak. Joseph trying to control it, fricks on him. The Flames had a maze of white sweaters around him, and they were able to dislodge it from him once again and clear the puck. Baremski to Rooney. His shot, glove save made by Burak, and he'll hold on. Looks like the Flames have this one well in hand. Not quite the same second game of last year's series. In that game, the Flames came out and just trounced Alabama 11-2 after losing the first night 7-5. If you like watching this series, you're in luck. Alabama actually comes back to Liberty University in the second semester. So we get to see this two-game set once again.
February 9 and 10.
Just before Valentine's Day. Perfect. Jared, would you bring your wife here for like a pre-Valentine's Day date of sorts?
You know, a couple free tickets maybe, and that's a nice cheap Valentine's Day right there. That's the main goal.
Kim's so nice, I'd even let her come up and sit in the booth with us while you worked.
There you go.
Cruikshank takes a stick to the upper back. Boshinski dropping it off, looking for Gammer. That didn't connect, and coming back the other way was Speed. Is Demers. His shot. Easy blocking arm save made by Burak. He's just making it look simple. Now in the corner, Cruikshank getting it into with Demers, and Demers will be going off. Looks like Cruikshank is as well. Now they're chatting over here by the penalty box. No ref around. Demers trying to sell it a little bit more.
Get that old WWE trick going. The ref wasn't looking. Take your extra shot.
They gave Cruikshank a 10. You know what? I hate to say it. I think this is a lack of the officials doing their job right there. Because there's no way these two guys coming over to the box should be left all alone.
Yeah, they just got
into a skirmish.
Yeah. And then the easy way out, I guess, is just give hand out a 10.
And then
Don't have to deal with them
not
anymore.
even seeing it. They didn't see it happen. He basically just listening. Oh, he did what? Oh, he pushed you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll take him then.
But he knows that Liberty's up, so he can give a guy a 10, and the coaches aren't going to get too mad at him. And
nice work by Demers, though.
That's right.
Say, he got the guy chucked out. Good work.
That's off.
Boy, the most overplayed song on Liberty's campus back on the speaker again.
Gotta love Imagine Dragons, you know? Shout out to the Imagine Dragons. Saw them live in Milwaukee a few years ago.
Shout out to Dragons in general. Right?
Give me Light 'em Up over Believer any day.
Jake's a Dragon fan, right?
Puck comes out, far boards. Garvin takes an awkward hit. Another penalty coming, and going off here will be Taylor Bowman.
I guess I got to fill people in. Jake's a fan of Dragons, down between the benches there.
We found that out because Cole Burak has red dragons on his mask, which I think the mask is very sharp. I just don't like the pads and the glove and the blocker. Take a look at the penalty call here.
That's actually the one on Grant Garvin there, trying towards the tail end of the play.
We saw Quinn Ryan, get away with a little bit of a tug there. That's what we actually watched away from the play.
This will be a 4-on-3 advantage to the Flames.
Lots of space, lots of skill out there.
Garrett Nelson. Sharts. Just scooching in a little bit. Nelson with it. Garvin posted up in front. Near side is Ryan. Bremski on the ice killing this off. Now their shot stopped. They're trying to sweep away, and they're able to. They finally get a piece of it and clear it down the length of the ice. Joseph stepping on for Alabama. Benedetto there as well, Lavorne. Garvin. Taking it down deep. Point wide open for him. Softly comes to Sharts. He plays it nicely to Nelson. Back out top, Nelson. Side of the net, Ryan. Nelson again. Soft passes here by the Flames. It's going to catch him if they're not too careful. Nelson, a shot blocking arm save made. Nelson down low in front. Garvin scores.
Two things stand out to me on that goal. One, the vision from Garrett Nelson. This is why he's so dangerous as a defenseman. His offensive capabilities are extraordinary because he sees the ice really well. He sees Grant Garvin sneaking in there. That's a pass. That's not a shot. He's looking for Grant Garvin's stick. That and Grant Garvin is such a better player when he's using his size. That entire power play, he was pushing the defender out of the way in front, creating space. He remembering that he's 6'5". Sometimes it's almost like Grant Garvin forgets and he tries to play this finesse game. When Grant Garvin remembers that he's bigger than the other player and owns his space, owns his property, he scores goals like he just did on that power play.
Well, I'll tell you, earlier he's in front battling with Lavorne. They're pushing back and forth, and then he sneaks back door, and Lavorne didn't follow him. Lavorne's just still standing in front of the net, but there's no one there that he's accounting for, so he lost track of his man in front.
Alabama is going to pull Jesse Gordichuk. Again, I think I want to reiterate, Jesse Gordichuk is not at fault in my mind for the 6 goals that are on the board. It's been a terrible game for the Alabama Crimson Tide in the defensive zone, allowing Liberty to do whatever they want, and for the most part, the goals have come on, second chances and deflections in front, things that, you can't always put on Jesse Gordichuk. But nonetheless, we get to see Schilling here for a few minutes at the end of the game and see what he's made of.
2-on-1, Joseph shot. That goes up and over the net.
And for Garvin, that's his second goal. Both of them are just quick touch deflection / one-timers right in front of the net there. So he's in the right spot and gets the puck off quick.
Flames have been making their money in a 10-foot radius of the net tonight.
Dave Anderchuk style, as Red always likes to say, play like Dave.
Puck goes far boards. Joseph just across the line. Nice backhand feed. Demers, his shot off a body. And that's going to be sent off the boards and out. Benedetto, quick read. Flames are changing. Benedetto with speed coming in across the line. Gets around Fricks. He's in on goal. Throws it cross crease. Nobody there. Gammer giving chase. Couldn't catch up to it. Burima will fire it back in. This is Gammer, Burima, Hayes. Gammer now going off, and here comes Carlson. Icing's going to be called here, and we haven't seen an awful lot of Victor Blomberg here the second half of this game.
I mean, Owen Harris has been playing good hockey, and just with the flow of the game, 12 forwards, you got 4 lines of 3, and somebody, with the Flames dressing 13 forwards tonight, somebody's going to be the odd man out, and we talked about whether or not that be Harris, whether or not it be Burima, whether or not it be Blomberg, and with Owen Harris playing the way he is, and Burima being the example and the leader that he is, Blomberg has kind of spent some extra time on the pine. What are the fans saying on Twitter, Rhett? Do we have any?
They didn't respond.
Oh, wow.
Or at least if they did, I didn't see it. My computer does that. Hayes off the post again. That could have been number 3 for him in this game. 2 posts and a goal. He had a good night last night as well. He had a breakaway. Hayes one of those guys that can be a difference maker for the Flames, even though he's, getting bottom 6 minutes. An impact player, and you need guys like him. Depth scoring throughout the year is so important.
Mentioned it earlier, but most valuable player of the ESCHL conference tournament last year. The Flames coming up big with a few wins in a row and winning the conference championship their first year as a member.
Lavorne, top of the circle, is shot, blocked by Carlson. Another shot, redirected wide. Trying to just kind of chip that one out in front was Demers. It's still back behind the net. Now Boshinski an opportunity to clear, and he will.
I'd be curious to see how many minutes Lavorne's racked up.
Carlson's shot stopped by Schilling. And I believe Carlson's going to be headed off. Interference will be the call.
It's getting a little trippy. Last night, it felt like the game ended on pretty friendly terms. Alabama, most players stayed for the post-game prayer with the Liberty guys, and actually an Alabama player led the prayer. So far, it feels like the atmosphere is a little bit different. Jake, what are you feeling down there? Is it a little more tense? People chirping back and forth?
Earlier in the game, it was pretty friendly, like you mentioned, but now that's slowed down as the game has gone on. And Coach Richards was not too happy with the refs earlier. I couldn't catch everything he was saying, but the gist of what he was saying was he thinks the refs have called an imbalanced game in favor of the Flames, and something about Coach Handy. I couldn't really catch everything he was saying, but that's about the gist of it.
Owen Harris is being dismissed to the dressing room by the officials.
Back in the day when the Flames were an independent, they could bring in whatever officials they chose. They're usually getting a crew out of Pennsylvania, but now, you know, the ESCHL is the one that orchestrates it all. So it's going to be interesting to see. You're going to see a various amount of officials coming through this year that you have not seen before, and Kirk has to get to know all the new guys, and they score. Alabama, a broken play, finds the back of the net, and that's unfortunate for Cole Burak. Sensational, and even on that play, it wasn't his fault. He's been great in this game, and Alabama breaks the shutout.
Yeah, 58 minutes and 30 seconds of shutout hockey for Cole Burak. A heck of a debut for him as a Liberty Flame. On that goal, Victor Blomberg doing everything he can to block the shot. We'll see it here. We were just talking about him. Victor Blomberg works hard, and he looked at him without a stick, trying to lay down. Puck just falls right to the stick of Dylan Teed, who's able to kind of bat it out of the air as it's hitting the ice, and he puts it behind Cole Burak and make it 6-1.
Sorry for the captain, playing it ahead. Durkin unable to get a piece of it. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of just a weird play right off the rump of Blomberg up in the air, and it's like playing you're playing a kid's game where you're like spinning around and just trying to hit a ball in the air, and he just struck that puck perfectly, and Cole Burak didn't have much of a chance on that.
And we talk about how positionally sound.
Well, coming in, Burak a stop. Once again, getting his chest in front of that puck. Thompson unable to clear. Alabama still going hard here in the last minute of play. Now it comes to Garvin. Cross ice. Thompson has to take it off the boards. Has a soft hop off the boards as Garvin had some pretty good zip on that pass, but came off pretty dead.
As I was saying a minute ago, we talk about how positionally sound Burak is. You know, it's fluky goals like that one that'll tend to beat a positionally sound goaltender. You know, they say for good goaltenders, bad hockey is almost harder to stop than good hockey because you can't predict where the puck's going to be. You're unable to read it. It's just kind of really unpredictable, like, you know, the bounce off of Victor Blomberg's shin pad there.
Make sure you stay with us after the game. Monica's going to catch up with our Hardy star of the game. Gammer overskates the puck. Comes back to it in the neutral zone, and in the second game of this young season, the Flames are going to acquire their first win of the year.
Yeah, and Alabama, I mean, they kind of played spoiler, I guess, on Burak on his debut there. Getting one goal late in the game. But other than that, they're going to be a little bit disappointed compared to the result of last night, too.
A big win, 6-1 for the Liberty Flames in the second game of their season. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes to break this one down.
This is where heart rules hype, where teamwork triumphs, and hard work reigns supreme. This is what happens when a hunger for success meets a relentless drive to be great. This is where nothing is given and excellence is earned. This is the Big South, where winners are made.
The Hardee's Sausage and Egg Biscuit. Stop on over and get 2 of them for $2.50. 2 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuits for just $2.50. Amazing times we live in, folks. Amazing times. Now at Hardee's. The Hardee's Sausage and Egg Biscuit. Stop on over and get 2 of them for $2.50. 2 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuits for just $2.50. Amazing times we live in, folks. Amazing times. Now at Hardee's.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
What's the Big South?
It's our home.
It's our home, rooted in excellence.
Built from hard work. It's our backbone.
An undeniable will.
Driven to surpass our potential.
It's our heart.
Unbreakable bonds. And our journey. Striving for more.
Determined to lead.
Day in and day out.
This is the Big South.
Where winners are made.
Today's post-game report is presented by Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling.
We welcome you back to Lynchburg, Virginia. The Flames knock off Alabama 6-1 in the second game of the weekend series. Grant Garvin, our hearty star of the game. He had 2 goals and an assist. And overall, it's the effort we needed to see from not only him, but the whole top line.
Yeah, Grant Garvin is, you know, we talked about it a minute ago. He's a much better player when he uses his size, uses his physicality. He was there tonight. He was pushing people out of his way in front of the net. He's making sure he took away the goalie's eyes on the power play, capitalizing on his opportunities, and the score sheet reflects that. 2 goals and an assist for him tonight. Looking forward to a lot more production and nights like tonight for him this season.
And there he is, standing by with Monica McKenzie.
Thanks, guys. Grant, your power play dramatically improved from last night. What adjustments did you make?
I don't know. We just had a meeting and we went over just kind of we switched some players around in different positions, and we worked the puck down low a little bit, which helped out. But I don't know. Just everyone came to play today, and we just battled hard and got pucks to the net. So.
What's different about this Liberty squad compared to teams we may have seen in the past?
I mean, every year it's different, obviously, but. We got a lot of new freshmen. They're all great players. Everyone, you know, is fitting into their roles, and they just come ready to the rink, prepared every day, ready to play for practice and games. And yeah, I don't know, they've been doing a great job. So they're kind of getting settled in. So.
Thanks, Grant.
Yep. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Grant. Take a look now at our Carter Bank and Trust play of the game.
Well, face off in the offensive zone for the Flames. It's going to be one back to the corner by the Crimson Tide. Brock Thompson's going to get in there. Puck mishandled by the defenseman. Shot off the far pad, bounces right to Grant Garvin, who buries, giving the Flames a 1-0 lead at the time. They would roll the Tide to win 6-1.
And that play right there makes me wonder, analytics guys say that face-offs don't matter. You ever see that? Are you on Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter.
Oh,
I know I ruined all of your conversations. Although I do know they don't justify face-offs as much as important as they are.
Yeah, I think they're huge. Like, you see so many times you win a face-off, you score a goal, and you know, so on and so forth. But nonetheless, the Flames win this one 6-1. The veterans really leading the way today. Grant Garvin, 2 goals and assist. Owen Harris with a goal. Thompson, Zach Hayes in there as well. Over Jake Patterson, Caleb Fitzpatrick, Jared Smith, I'm Rhett McGibbon from Lynchburg, Virginia, saying have a great afternoon and God bless.